Nope.
I already ate the last one, so I'm immune. Somebody has to.
I'm immune to death by mouse.
So,
Doing it.
when we last left the Bums of Greenest, you were in the middle of a small forest that was unseasonably warm. Oh, hold on. Hi, Cat. Welcome in. Cheese Cat is here, so we will be starting the hide and seek whenever you're ready. Cat, I haven't seen anybody else, so take your time. But
you're here, get to work. You get in here, you punch in, you start right away.
Well, yeah, well, everybody...
No dilly-dallying.
Everybody's, we're usually start much later, so nobody's showed up yet. They're watching
We're starting early.
They're watching their 4 o'clock shows.
Okay, so we last left the Bums of Greenest in the middle of a small forest that was unseasonably warm for being in the depths of winter. After leaving a report of success for your butler to convey to the Waterdeep Council, you headed out eastward in search of a witch that Micaiah had been told would be able to aid her in locating her father. Along the way, you befriended a gnome wizard who gave additional information about the Cult of the Dragon, as well as words of warning regarding the witch down the way. Another half day of travel found you at the doorstep of a small cottage on a plot of farmland and animals being maintained by several farmhands. Muriel, a beautiful elven woman with lightly green-tinged skin, greeted you all except Issa, and invited you into her home where she and Micaiah conversed at length about her parents, Nicola and Arden, and Lissa, the mother of Micaiah's half-brother and her mother's best friend for many years. Micaiah learned that Lissa paid the witch to cast a spell on Arden so she could have him for her own, and then convinced Nicola to engage with the witch to punish him for his unknown sins. Micaiah also learned that Lissa was the cause of her most recent pain, the severing of her ties to nature, which directly impacted the decade of hard work she undertook to enter into the elite division of the military that she was subsequently forced to leave. After making a deal with the witch to bring back dragon parts in addition to Lissa herself, you set back off towards Waterdeep only to be sidetracked by a murder of crows assaulting you with cardinal directions and a promise of treasure. While you questioned whether or not to follow, Issa made the decision for you, and you soon found yourselves engaged with a giant crow guarding a nest full of booty. Things didn't go quite as hoped, however.
That's a nice shirt. Nest full of booty.
And Micaiah found herself free-falling towards the ground while Xander Huntsman bamfed from here to there in an attempt to catch her. At the last minute, Xan appeared just underneath Mickey, who had created a fluffy cushion of plant growth to break her fall, and the two lay together, staring up at the afternoon sky, freshly bruised.
I like the idea that whenever you misty step, that's the noise. It goes BAM! BAM! And then when you're trying to be stealthy, it just goes BAM! Oh, pop! BAM!
Okay,
So,
that's canon now.
It's been
That's
said.
it.
Also, I don't know why this is the second session in a row. Last week you had the loose goat. Remember the loose goat? This I'm gonna make a tavern based on the loose goat. And the next one's gonna be a seedy stripper type place called Dragon Parts.
Okay.
Just saying.
I think that should be exclusive for Dragonborn, though.
No, it's gonna be something.
You're not allowed in if you're not
Only
draconic.
only Dragonborn strippers.
Gross.
To each their own. So as Micaiah, you were laying on top of Xan, and I believe Arik had come over, lifted you up off of him with the help of Erdnot, who then promptly healed you. So Xan, as you're just kind of lying on this bed of grass and plant growth, you're catching your breath. Your chest is going rising and falling really quickly, and your heartbeat is matching that. Your eyes are fixated on this lone cloud that's just drifting through the break in the canopy, and you are reminded of this recurring dream that you often have. Your heart pounding, you run through thick brush and trees, through shallow creeks and mud, and behind you, your pursuer is ever present. And this is what you're thinking as you're just kind of your chest is, rising and falling very quickly. Your face is scratched by sharp branches that are lashing across your skin like thin claws. And whenever you think perhaps you've lost them, the one chasing you is right there. And eventually they catch you every time. And as you turn around to face them, screaming, you see your own eyes looking back at you before inevitably everything goes black and you wake up in a cold sweat. The way your heart is like threatening to tear from your chest right now is just reminiscent of that feeling. You blink and you're brought back, hearing Micaiah chatting with Arik and Erdnot as the healing magic takes hold. Issa's kind of limping up to the rest of you. Like you hear the ching, ching, ching. She's...
Well, I had that one clearly. I mean, thanks for catching me, though.
Anytime, Micaiah, anytime.
Arik's gonna throw his hand out to help Zan back up off onto his feet.
You alright? I know
Yes.
I gained a few pounds recently, so
No.
hope
no.
I didn't crush you too bad.
No, I'm just glad everyone is alright. That's all.
Too.
The hell of a thing.
Wasn't it? What the hell was that?
Now, did we gain anything useful from this detour?
I told us not to go. I said, let's not go.
Issa's like...
Y'all wanted to go. Yeah, it's her fault, mostly.
Wait, you
We'll
adopted
talk
the tree!
later about that.
Listen, I
told you I didn't want to go. We didn't need to go nowhere.
I didn't force anybody I was on my own way, and I never forced anybody to... Listen, here.
Well, obviously,
Let's
we're not
get-
just gonna leave you to go march down with some crows. By
Well,
yourself.
I appreciate the love that you all
I didn't say
clearly
nothing about
have
love. I just...
for me. You didn't have to, Micaiah. She, like, pats your arm. I'm gonna
I didn't
suggest
say
that
that.
we get out of from underneath here and back.
Yes, we should.
That sounds like a good idea.
Will you be able to run with your full pockets?
I will, I'll divvy some stuff up once we get to... I got some really cool stuff, I think, so...
Just put it in the bag of holding.
Well, I mean, I don't have access to that bag of holding, so maybe we go talk about it not under the tree.
What type of shape is Issa in? Does she look kind of rough still?
She looks a little rough, but she looks... She's looked worse.
Well, I did heal her.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, she doesn't need to be carried, so that's...
No. She's good. So she begins making her way back to the edge of that clearing.
Dan is nice and clear tonight.
All right, so she leads you back over to the edge there, and as you're heading back towards the path that you needed to go, she's like, yeah, so I got like a lot of stuff here. I got this little box. Pulls out this like wooden box. She shakes it a little bit. You can hear the sound of things jangling around. I got these this stuff too. Is like a little leather pouch that she flips it open, and there's these two jars, glass jars in there. Like, these are really cool actually. I don't know who's gonna want these. They call it Cotum's ointment. I don't know if I'm actually saying that name right, but basically you can swallow it or apply it to the skin if you if you're hurt or you're sick, and it'll heal you, get rid of any poison you've got, and any, if you got a disease or something. You want to unplug that maybe?
That doesn't...
No, I'm talking about for the...
Oh no, it's it should be fine.
Also found these, like, a couple rings here. They feel warm in my hand, so there's got to be something. And there's just a bunch of stuff in here.
Micaiah grabbed some shit too, yeah?
A bunch of money.
Not much. I always said like the worst
you,
rolls.
You were rolling like
Really
fours
like
on your investigation
terrible.
rolls. But you rolled great for
Like
stealth.
seriously.
If you want, we can keep it in the bag of holding.
Yeah, sure, okay, yep.
Does Erd not recognize any of the warm rings? Or can you look at them and...
Are you proficient in Arcana?
I am not.
How about we'll do, you can make a history check though, right? You're proficient in history?
Nope.
She tried, man. She tried to give it to you.
Insight, intimidation, investigation, and survival are my proficiencies.
Alright, how about make an Arcana check? but it's going to be a high DC to see if you know what it is.
Nope.
Didn't even bother saying the number.
So one of the rings is just this very simple kind of, it looks like a coppery color with these like little leaves on them. And then the other ring has this almost like aquamarine type color to it. But they're very simple looking. There's nothing crazy. It's just that it has that warmth of, there's something magical about them. All right.
And that, can I take a look at that box?
Oh yeah, she hands the box over to you, opening it up. Actually, it's locked. So she hands it over to you. She's like, want me to open that for you? I'm gonna give it a shot. I can try to open that. You guys want to do a little bit of, sharing? Sharing is caring. You can open it, and then we can share what's in there.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, why not? Have to. I ate one, you ate. You got it. So you ate it all with another one, though. That's cheating.
Well, not bad.
Mine was awful.
It's a little gross, actually.
Oh, no.
All right.
No, you have to.
No.
No, you have to.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like this needs to be a thing now. You need to bring these all the time.
They're very good.
We just need to burn chips and see who will eat
Oh,
the most
God, that's
burnt
awful.
ones.
Yeah.
Oh.
Make a constitution check.
Saving throw.
19!
A saving throw.
There you
No,
go.
you need to make a saving throw.
So she takes the box back from you, so you take out these like little thin tools from her pouch, and using two hands, within just a couple of seconds, she's like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, I already hold the box like this.
Us Neanderthals are just gonna
Yeah.
smash it open.
That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
do.
So opening up the box, she opens and she's like, ooh. You see a bunch of money in there. It's actually all pretty much platinum.
Ooh.
340 platinum pieces in there. Like this box is.
Oh, shoot.
There are a couple of small flutes, pan
She
flutes.
rolled well, apparently.
And horns, like there's a little pouch in there. You open it up, there's some satyr horns, a couple of satyr horns. And a small stone that is actually in the shape of a cat's face. And Issa,
Like a cat's face?
like
just
it's like
its head?
a chiseled cat head.
Is it Meowford?
And Issa's like, oh shit, that's a luck stone.
Ooh.
A luck stone?
I need that.
So a luck stone,
Makaya wants that since she gave away her rock.
No, you remember you found
you
it.
found it.
Oh yeah, it came back
Yeah,
to
it's
me.
came
following
back.
us.
Yeah, you've already got a
And
stone.
it has looked at you again now.
It's a +1 bonus to ability checks and saving throws. You have to have attunement, but Issa's like, that's a really good item. It just, I found that it increases your luck, at surviving just in general. But I'm also, halflings are naturally lucky, so.
That's what they tell themselves.
What was that?
Eh.
Yeah.
He's been pretty lucky so far. Alright, let's go. You said it's +1 to...
Ability checks and saving throws.
Ability
Attunement it requires.
Oh,
Okay.
darling.
It's a little animal.
They're not
I
gonna
love
take
it.
you said it was brass or copper ring?
Yep.
He's gonna take that.
Okay.
And Dark will pocket those, there were satyr horns?
Satyr horns, it's in a little pouch, so it is 2 pan flutes and 2 satyr horns. 4 satyr horns, sorry. 2 pan flutes and 4 satyr horns. So clearly, 2 satyrs met a demise, and their horns and their flutes were taken.
Against the crow? God damn.
So how long does it take to attune again? I forgot.
24-hour period.
I think
No.
it's
It's
an hour.
like
It's a
20,
short-
20
short
minutes,
rest.
short rest.
Okay.
Time
I'm gonna
period.
say it's like an hour.
You just might have to replace something that you're already attuned to. I don't know how many things you're attuned to.
I didn't think you had anything attuned, that's why
I don't think so.
Yeah, it is.
Because
Not
I
that-
had
not
a
just that,
ring,
but-
but it was gone.
There's also a couple of pendants in there, but they don't, like, you touch them, they just...
Is there anything that's particularly pretty?
There is a copper flower brooch. Actually, I think that Micaiah got that one. The copper flower brooch with draconic scales. And then there's also there's this potion in there, this very small glass potion bottle, and it's got this like cloudy green color to it. And Issa's like, "Oh, that's a potion of water breathing. Lasts an hour, I think. Just gotta drink it. It smells as bad as it tastes. Like,
so
it's
like
open, it
gillyweed?
smells like the sea.
I am not going in the water.
I'll take that.
You see this little like jellyfish kind of bubble, like just kind of floating in it.
You just made that word sound even worse.
Like,
I was like,
it's got the
okay,
jellyfish.
seawater, it's gross. Oh, by the way, there's a dead jellyfish.
It's like floating, like, almost like it's alive. It's like, yeah, it's not great, but I mean, an hour breathing underwater, guys.
So you know it's not alive because like one of the legs is detached and floating next to it, just like the worm.
And you said like 300 and something platinum.
340.
Yeah, 300 something.
So that'll go into the bag of holding, I'm assuming.
340.
Did we want to give Issa something out of that?
Well, I mean,
The luck
it's
stone?
her
Oh,
loot,
luck
so.
Stone of
It's her
luck.
loot, so
Stone
it's-
of good luck.
Share it. That's what we said. If she opens a box, we share it.
So, anything else?
How's it? We're at the edge of the clearing.
You're kind of heading back
Okay, so
towards
we're away from
your
each other.
original place, yeah. You can, as you're leaving too, you see all the crows are like swooping down and picking up little like gold pieces and copper pieces that fell like from Issa.
I just imagine. I was gonna say, I imagine she's got a little trail.
Yeah.
We just did the dirty work for these fucking crows. I guess they must have raided that nest now. There's like nothing left.
Well, I'm assuming that they're the one who collected it all in the first place.
Or the big one collected it all, and these ones wanted it. They're greedy. They're crows.
They like shinies.
Do you know if it'll add it automatically for me once it's attuned or no?
You have to, go to your items
Yeah.
inventory and then scroll all the way down to the
So you
very
said there
bottom.
was,
You'll have 3 attunement slots. So
Any
select
particularly
3.
pretty necklaces that Eric might.
So there
Well, it
is
says-
a
it
copper
should
flower
say,
brooch that Micaiah had found, and then there
should
is a
say
steel
attuned.
pendant that's inlaid with gold, but it's not. I mean, it's nice, but it's not like the flowery one that.
Yeah, so now it says
So-
A.
Yep, so if it
Maybe
has A, it
pocketing
means
a
you're
little
attuned.
something.
Oh,
So you can only have 3
Cool, yeah.
things attuned at
Okay.
once.
I was remembering to have that little music box that I bought back
Orcs
when,
make beautiful
Abaddon-
lovers. That is a fantastic name.
Yeah, and then your attuned things will come out.
Oh,
I see, okay.
orcs make beautiful lovers. Have you seen our orgasm?
So once we take a short rest, I'll have it, basically.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got it.
But it'll do it automatically. Like,
Yeah, it'll automatically update
Put it in.
once you're
I just didn't
attuned.
know if I had to remember to do
We
it
agree.
or.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah, it should automatically like add to all your
Especially with
skills.
Okay, good.
Uma's got that face.
It's a shirt.
otherwise I
available
know
on
I'd forget.
TeePublic.
It's such an adorable, but like, you know what I mean? You know.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Oh,
she's not a human. It's weird, but also she's super cute.
Well, that's what it is. It's like you feel guilty because she's super cute, and you're like,
That's not real.
well, then I do play as Goraxis, who looks at her like
Right,
little sister.
yeah.
So he's like,
You're a dragon man.
I'm a dragon, the Dragon Man.
Dragon.
That's the proprietor of Dragon Parts. The
So-
Dragon Man. That's all they know him
There
as.
you go.
So you
The
all
big boss.
continue on. It's only a short journey back to Waterdeep at this point. Like now that you know, it's always easier going home than it is to get to a place you don't know. So you, it does take several more hours, but you find yourselves walking through the gates of Waterdeep, the eastern gate, and heading back to the Narrow Creek Manor. By the time you arrive, it's like early evening, dinner time. So as you head in, opening up the door, you can't see who it is, but up at the top, one of the guards just kind of like looks down, and your guards are paying attention. You head into the front foyer, and your trusty butler, Finderdill, the elven guy that you have paid for your services there, or you were paying him for his services, is there to greet you. He stands up, says, "Oh, back so soon. Actually, it's been a couple of days, hasn't it?
A few. Is everything in order?
Yes, everything in order. Actually, hold on one moment. Alice! Alice! And he like yells for Alice, the valet. So the human comes running down the hall that leads towards the dining area, and you see the human woman, long dark hair, and you see Finder like whisper something to her, and then she nods and heads back into the thing, and then Finder just has a smile on his face. So Fari is getting your dinner ready. I don't know what she has prepared, but if there's anything I can do while you have just arrived, anything I can put away for you.
No.
I think we'll just see to ourselves.
Or not, just goes to his room.
Yeah. I like these little tiny like
Master Brew Bottle, if you wouldn't mind, if you wouldn't mind coming back, I do have something to show you.
To me or everybody?
Everyone.
Is it bad news? I don't want any more bad news.
Out with it, man.
I had to fight a crow, a very large one. Not happy.
You're never
no, it's not bad. It's not bad news. Everyone needs to be present, and he's like,
oh, it smells bad.
Everyone needs to be present for the news. Please.
All right.
It was
out
requested
with this news.
that everyone is present for the news. If you would all please, Alice. Hold on, Alice. You don't hear anything for a moment.
And then you hear that.
I knew it.
Wait, what?
I was like, we didn't order pizza.
Wait, what's happening?
Hello? What are you all doing here?
Well, I live here. I don't think the camera can see anything.
No.
We just.
Oh, we gotta get a chair. Oh, never mind. It's already covered. Oh my god. Yep, just watch yourself.
I knew it!
How
did you
know
it? I didn't know it!
I didn't ask over the last couple of days because I knew you weren't gonna tell me. But either way.
What's going on?
Yes.
Oh, this chair is cold.
This is
I gave her the warm chair.
I know, right? It's like we're back.
His hot ass. I know.
My hot ass. My hot ass warmed that chair for you. My non-existent hot ass.
There's some stew. Do you want some stew?
Well, our dwarven cook made stew.
Hey, stranger. I missed you. I missed you
I
too.
Are we getting tears?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Come on, tears. Tear it up.
That was a surprise.
I'm sorry.
Alice?
Alice? I really was. I was like, what the hell is going on? And then you just kept yelling. How long were you out there for?
Not very long. Only about 20 days, I think, since I've seen you.
Do you have her thing or is it in the house?
Here, Minnie.
Oh, the mini.
Oh, boy.
We painted it slightly a little bit because the skin color was a little bit
Perfect.
darker, but I have not ordered the Hero Forge one. So,
Perfect.
That's
awesome.
Spider-No with a smile on his face is yelling for Alice, and then Alice comes and you see Avedon, your white tiefling friend, trailing behind, and Alice steps to the side, and Issa is like kind of quiet as you come around the corner, Avedon. And
Issa's here.
Yeah.
Issa's here.
And her pockets are bulging with treasure for you to steal.
So much. So many pretty things.
Learn something new about Issa.
So she just kind of looks at the rest of the crew and is quiet for only the second time since you've met her, really, which was when she was forced to be quiet with the witch. So
Nat comes up to her and looks up to her and goes, "Child, I'm very angry at you! Running off all the way you did by yourself. It's dangerous! Never do anything like that again!"
Oh.
I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, you do know why you did that.
That is not proper etiquette.
You missed her, just like the rest of us. I can't believe
it was dangerous. And I'm glad you're back in one piece, but don't do it again.
Yes, don't do that again.
Where have you been?
Well, alright. So, me and Bob, he's just a talker. And I decided that I needed to go and fix it up. I needed to fix everything with them because my guilt was so bad. That fireball incident, it's been haunting me.
I was hit by one, it wasn't that bad.
So, anyway.
She's talking. Let her talk.
Went north. Gotta look at my notes. And did you get my note about that pastry?
Finderdale's standing there. He's like, no, I apologize. I was unable. They had left before. I have it here. And he hands it over to Zan.
It's just this great pastry that I had.
Suppose you could tell us about it now.
And I really wanted you to know about it because it was really puffy and creamy and covered in sugar. And anyway, so I went up north, and me and Bob, we joined up with this group, and I was a traveling guard, and everybody was pretty cool. And the food was terrible. Awful. I mean, guards, whatever. And then I made a friend, son of wine, this tabaxi babe. And that's all I'm going to tell you about that, so don't even ask.
What do you mean? That's the best part. You're leaving it out.
I'm sure you picked up a thing or two reading that book of yours that I gave you.
How?
I
Did you forget about that book?
Giving her a book that was like a lusty romance novel.
Oh, yeah, the romance.
I feel at the bottom of this episode, every reference should be like a comic book. See,
oh my god, yeah.
72,
Oh my god,
episode,
Husbandry of Cougars or something like that.
Yeah, it was something.
Was it cougar?
It was something cougar in the title because Zan thought it was about mountain cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cougar husbandry.
Oh my god, yeah. Cougar husbandry.
That's what it was. Yeah. So it's no wonder reading a book like that you suddenly had a thing for.
I stayed
tabaxis.
fired up. There's no doubt about it. So we got north to the Mere, and then it was just me and Bob alone, and all I had were the rations, and they were really dull, food-wise. And then I met these lizard folk fishers, and they gave me some fish, and it was nice. There was lemon, a little bit of herbs and stuff in there from who knows where. Really good. Like I said, they were lizard folk, so Bob could chat it up a little bit. And so we finally got to the Scaly Death tribe, and then Bob lost his shit. He freaked out on this person named Diz, and it was all F-bombs and you're a cocksucker, and he was screaming, and then we both just started laughing because it was kind of funny.
I like this Bob a lot more now.
And then suddenly Bob just kind of was gone. 1 minute he was there laughing, and the next minute I couldn't hear him anymore. So, I don't know, I guess he's finally made his peace with whoever that dickhead was. And...
Was there a cleric amongst them?
Ooh, I don't know. Can't say.
Maybe he just had his final, like you said, final wishes, final moments.
Oh, you know what he said? He said, I slept with your brother, and I slept with your sister, and before I go to see Semyonia in the great beyond, I want you to know, oh yeah, that I fucked your sister and your brother, and called him a cocksucker.
Or not sitting there going,
Yeah. I was like, woo. Impressive.
Bob's pretty fresh, or was pretty fresh. I kind of missed it.
Rest in
The
peace,
little
Bob.
guy.
For the second time.
That's a mic. That's the ultimate mic drop. It's like gone.
I fucked your whole family. You cocksucker. Boosh. Ninja vanish.
Bitch, I'm your daddy.
Into the afterworld.
Well, they were pretty pleased, and I guess they've heard of us, and from Snapchat, and they're like, "Oh, you guys, you're pretty cool." So, they let me stay overnight. His friend, Gresh, Bob's buddy, Gresh, and then we had something to eat. It was mostly like potatoes. It was like fine, as far as food goes. And then Gresh helped me get back here.
Abaddon is like what was his name? The guy who died, unfortunately.
Boudin.
Boudin.
Yeah,
Abaddon journey.
No
Cuisine
reservations.
across the Sword Coast. That was the most important part of the entire journey. Was what did I eat every day?
Honestly, that's how I would chronicle my journey too.
Well, we're most pleased to have you back with us.
Oh, I'm excited to be
It's
here.
so good to see you.
What the heck have you guys been doing?
Ugh.
That's a big ass sigh.
Yeah.
Well, we just recently came back. Kaya found the witch that she was looking for.
Ugh.
And sorry, very, very sorry.
Are you Canadian now? I'm so sorry. Sorry.
Talking about.
And we've just been continuing trying to follow leads on the cult. We have another council meeting that we are waiting to hear from, so
Today?
not today.
Try not to steal the cake.
But if they just leave it there, guys.
Perhaps before we leave this time, you could ask the kitchen to send snacks so that you can have them on you.
That's a great idea.
I will instruct Fari to make a cake.
Just fruit snacks in her coat pocket. Like Welch's fruit snacks.
Fruit roll-ups.
Oh, actually,
He's your like the rapper.
I can see her, she just has to ball it up though.
I'm so happy that like I can't even think.
I
Like,
know,
what
I
have
know.
the bums have done nothing since you guys left. Like we've
They've
just
been
been
sitting on the couch watching The Simpsons.
just like sitting in front of the window as the season goes by.
Snacks!
My
Oh my
tabaxi
God.
friend gave me kisses for you.
Oh!
Graham says hi. You might not know who Graham is, but Graham knows who you are.
We did have a development regarding
We did
Talus.
almost get a word speaker.
Talus. Remember Talus? You were around for Talus.
Yeah,
Talus was the white worm speaker.
lodge.
Oh,
yeah,
Talus
yes.
the white in the lodge.
She
Yeah.
seems to have flipped sides. I
What?
think she's truly working with the cult now, not just undercover.
We believe she now holds the white mask.
Do you know where she is?
No, she unfortunately stole it from Issa and killed all of Issa's companions and then left.
Oh, and we have to kill a dragon and bring most of its parts back to the witch.
For what?
Something for Micaiah. And then this one and that damn cursed sword.
The witch stroked my sword and told me secrets about it.
It was uncomfortable.
I'll have to go back to
Me
that
too.
episode. Maybe it should be a chapter in the book.
He's like, you left that part out,
Secrets
Drogdor. I didn't know about any sword stroking.
of swords and secrets. That's what I'm gonna call it. Yep, well. Yeah. We grabbed a hold. Told me some things.
Yeah, I bet she did.
It wasn't comfortable.
But it was.
Didn't like it.
That one I don't know.
What's this next council meeting about?
We have to let them know of what we found out now, and speed through that we met a gnome and had a journal about all the cult's
There
different
was
things.
a giant pine cone. You would have loved it.
Oh!
It was like 10 feet tall.
I was gonna say we fought a vampire, but only you remember that.
Only I remember that.
There's so much stuff. And now you're back.
I'm glad to be back. join the group, and no Bob, unfortunately.
That's good.
He was always kind of a hoot, but a little unpredictable.
Can only deal with so many children. Don't need a ghost-possessed child.
We're glad to have you back. Hasn't been the same without you.
Thank you. Whoa!
You don't need to open it here. It's yours. So, Issa kind of like slinks away as you guys are all talking, and she just goes off to do her own thing. So Finerdale, Alice also just kind of, you don't even notice that she leaves.
I didn't know that we had an Alice.
She's like not the steward.
She's a valet.
She's like a maid
she does
type.
things. So Finerdale's like, well, you can head off to the dining area. I'm sure Fari has been made aware of your arrival, and is probably making some food for you. So, or you can go off. My only job for the evening has been fulfilled, and I am very pleased that I was able to aid in the surprise.
Thank you very much, Finerdale. A job well done.
Erdnot heads to the kitchen, tosses him a copper piece, and he goes, "Aye, good job."
The Finerdale?
Yeah, it's a tip.
He's like, thank you.
And then he
Puts it
goes to
in
the
his
kitchen,
pocket.
and he goes to instruct Fari on how to make a cake dwarven style.
Okay. So you head over to the kitchen. Fari is there. You're gonna try to instruct her, and she is going to. She knows how to make a dwarven cake.
She's
But
young.
she's
I don't know what she
going
knows.
to,
She's a cook.
while you're doing that, she is going to pretend that she doesn't know. And after a little while, you can kind of tell that she's pretending that she
She's
doesn't
indulging
know.
Can
your
I tell?
grandpa.
Like,
Make
Erdnot-
an insight check then. Make an
Erdnot's
insight
pretty,
check.
She's indulging grandpa. Like, that. Oh, yeah.
Let's see, so... 13.
Yeah, you can tell that she is she's just like gets a little bit closer to you as you're instructing her. Like, I don't know how to do this, so that you get like a little bit closer to where she is. But like after a little bit, it's very clear that she is the cook of the manor and a dwarf.
But she's clanless. Erdnot just assumes she's a lost child.
She knows how to make a dwarven cake.
And now Erdnot's uncomfortable.
So she makes the cakes. She also makes a more human-based dinner, like that would fit the majority of people's tastes. So
Yeah, the
just
cake
like
is
some
very
meat.
heavy. It's like a 10-pound gritty chocolate cake.
Got stones in it.
It's delicious.
Yeah, and so
I'm so excited I have to pee again.
You don't need to be excited to pee.
No, that's exactly what it was. I said like a little dog. See it? You're so happy. Okay.
There's
so
a spot on the chair.
is there anything else that you all wanted to share about the past 20 days? Because it's been 20 days since both Vidania and Abaddon left. Which Abaddon, you would actually not know that Vidania had left.
Oh, they didn't
was
leave. They
actually
didn't
gonna-
meet in the
yeah.
in the room at the same time. They're like,
You
wait,
had the note.
that's Spider-Man meme where they're both pointing at each
Yeah,
other.
the note was very clear, like the way that it was written was that Abaddon left first, and Vidania just kind of scratched a goodbye at the end of that note.
Eric was actually going to ask, did you cross paths with the Vidania at all in your travels?
No, haven't seen her.
You left us too the same night.
I went up north. Did she say where she was going?
Damn it. Where is it?
Nope.
No, she didn't
She
say
was
what she was
very
doing.
vague about what she was doing.
Assume it's
No,
something with our sister.
Oh crap! You're probably right.
Aye. But I hope that our paths will cross again.
Sure they will.
Every time the Drake horn sounds, we know he's feeling it.
Flashing the whole group.
Without us.
The Drake horn has sounded one more time since.
No, so the Drake horn sounds here and there. Like, There's no rhyme or reason to it. I haven't described every time, but it's, maybe once or even twice a day.
Do we not? Do we?
You
we
feel
don't,
it every time.
Feel it? Okay.
It's the same feeling of just like being uncomfortable.
Okay,
Everything.
I only
quiet.
remember like twice you saying like
it happened while we were.
Okay, so someone is out there just fucking cranking that.
It's like it's like once a day. In the beginning, it was like every couple of days, and now it's like it's fairly frequent. But it's kind of that thing where not that you've gotten used to it, but it happens, and now you know what to expect from the animals all getting quiet and people just looking uneasy, and then you've seen dragons passing overhead. Very clear that this is happening. Right. So you
what time of
it's dinner time.
it's about dinner time.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming we all went and put our things away and all that.
Yep.
Arik is gonna put the little satyr horns on the this little shelf.
There's like a stable, right?
No. There's not a stable attached to the manor. There are stables like close by, but there's
I'm not unsummoning Gildan. He's wherever.
You can stay in the court. Well,
my
room
as
abuts.
Micaiah has the outside little forest.
It's on the second floor, though. We wouldn't be able to.
Well, I was gonna say my room is abuts like a courtyard with where the forge is.
Nah, I just tell him to go do his own thing. Just keep within a mile so I know what's going on.
You're in the middle of the city.
Yeah, you're in the middle of the city.
Are we in the city?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're in the manor.
You're in the manor.
I thought it was like kind of like off.
Nope,
like
you're in the northern.
We're
North
We're in
city,
the
pal.
rich part of the
Yeah,
town
you're
too.
You can't just have a dirt pig walking around. A celestial dirt pig.
All right.
He's a pig.
Gildan is a giant.
Gildan's a celestial being taking the shape of a giant boar.
But where Boris is like all pretty,
Yeah.
he just like in a dirt
Splat.
No,
he appears
like,
he appears in a puff of dust.
dirt. No dirt. It's gotta be
puff of dirt.
He's a dirt pig.
Boar. He's a wild. He's a
I can't
boar.
wait to meet him.
He's an angelic dirt pig. Sorry, I didn't mean to co-opt you.
He's been very useful.
Absolutely.
So are you having him wait in the courtyard, or?
Yeah, there's a spot for him in the courtyard. Bring him over. I don't mind Gildan.
You know what?
As long as he doesn't touch the forge.
I'm just gonna have him dissipate and go back to the celestial plane for now.
All right. So
I'll take a lunchbox.
It's probably better than just like sticking around doing nothing in the form of a pig.
So it is the it's actually I had given you the wrong time. So it is the 6th of the Claw of Winter, not like the 3rd or whatever. It's the 6th. So there's only a few days left until the Winter Festival, but you basically have kind of time to do some stuff for about 4 more days, the 7th, 8th, 9th, and then on the 10th is when you were told Ramalia would be coming back to the city, and you could chat with her, and then also the Winter Festival begins on that day. So,
Abaddon, you said you went north. Did you hear anything of Sea Hall, which is up north past the Mirror of Dead Men?
Seahole?
Sea Hall.
Seahole.
That book in the mind. Sea Hole. God, you keep giving me the... I gotta write it down. Sea Hole. It's gotta be the dirty version of Sea Hole. I gotta write these down. These are all...
Aye,
That's
'tis a
a-
place where every sailor wants to go.
That's what they call the seedy side of town in Sea Hall. They call it Sea Hall.
Sea Hole.
Welcome to the Sea Hole Inn.
You know what you get here.
so
sea sucker.
you would not no, nothing new about Sea Hall. Your journey was only a few days with that caravan of laborers that were headed up to Karnath Roadhouse. Actually, no, I guess this would be new for you. You would have heard about an uprising that occurred after Arik Firesong was found to have been killed.
Oh yeah, I
Which
died.
happened right before you left.
Oh, I forgot
About that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Oh
kind
yeah, I
of a big
died.
thing.
But
technically,
Abaddon was
still
there.
Was she there?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
she
yeah.
was there, but she wasn't there.
Right.
Right.
So,
yeah, you knew.
She was there, but
My daughter was murdered too.
Yeah.
We brought it back to life.
Because of me.
Yeah, this is
Murdered her to get to me.
Why does anybody like us?
So you
They don't have
would have
anything
heard that Sea Hall, there was an uprising and that some kind of monster killed all of the ones that, all the people that, not all the people, killed a bunch of people who did the uprising at Sea Hall, at the behest of the Lord of Sea Hall, Peter. So then the uprising and everything appears to have been suppressed.
Now we have 2 note takers. We have 2 scribes.
sweet. The 3 of us are never gonna have to take a note again.
I try, but when you look at mine versus his or hers, like mine
I
just.
know. Mine just looks like chicken scratch.
Okay, so nothing new.
No.
Thank you.
So, you have about 3 days of downtime. You wanted to sell things, buy things.
Do I know what that copper ring does now?
Did you put it on?
Yeah.
Okay. So the copper ring is a ring of... Sorry.
Yeah, I can't attune to more, so even if I put another ring.
Oh, a ring of regeneration.
Tune to 3 at one time.
Is my brooch just a brooch?
Yeah, it's just a brooch
Just
that
a
appears to
decorative
be... Yeah, it's like worth like 20 or so. So a ring of regeneration,
Wear it.
and that one is actually pretty. It's a rare item.
I knew it was speaking to her, not.
It's very rare, actually.
I think Abaddon needs Ring of Regeneration.
There was
She
one
just
more magic
came
ring.
back.
Oh, there's an,
There's
we have this, and we'll present
Aquamarine.
this an aquamarine one.
There's an aquamarine ring.
Isn't it pretty?
It was gonna,
love it.
it was gonna find it. It was
Oh,
gonna
look
find
at
its
you
way
go
into
down
your
south.
ears.
Is that where you were?
So the ring of regeneration.
I had to
you
go take a
regain
dump, so I
1d6 hit points every 10 minutes, provided that you have at least 1 hit point. If you lose a body part, the ring will cause that part to regrow.
Oh shit!
Ars gonna look at it. He's gonna look at his middle finger or his ring finger that's been cut off as proof when he died.
It's too late.
I
You
want
had
I
it.
know.
ring.
He's just gonna look like wistfully, like
Yeah.
call me old Auric 9 fingers now.
So
Oh,
the
those 9 fingers work just fine.
Don't make me blush.
The stuff that you
Too
got.
late.
I can't even spell regeneration.
And there are 2 of the I don't even know how to say this word. Cotum's ointment.
Oh yeah.
Ketum's ointment. Koftum's ointment. And it's
How do you spell it?
Keoghtom.
How do you
Keoghtom.
Yeah, with a GH would be an F, right?
Ketum? I don't know. Anyway, it's a glass jar, 3 inches in diameter, that contains 1d4 plus 1 doses of a thick mixture that smells faintly of aloe. The jar and the contents weigh half a pound. We're not doing poundage here. As an action, 1 dose of the ointment can be swallowed or applied to the skin. The creature that receives it regains 2d8 plus 2 hit points, ceases to be poisoned, and is cured of any disease. So it's there are 2 of these ointments that you would roll 1d4 plus 1 to
I'll
see.
take one of those.
Okay.
Do I really get that ring?
Huh?
I really
Ark
get it.
will take the other one because he doesn't have any like immunities to much. So we'll take the other. You said there was 2?
No.
There's
no,
one
no,
ring
already
of
has.
swimming.
Oh, you already took one.
And
Of, no,
one-
not the ring. The
Oh.
Kaufman's ointment, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah. I can add that to your
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if
to
you
your
want
things
that'd be
because
great.
it's spelled weird.
Okay. So, and I'm gonna.
I'm getting the ring of regeneration.
No, you're getting a ring of
Oh.
swimming.
Swimming!
Yes.
There's no. Okay, I'll try.
I'm so glad I didn't. I knew I'm like Aquamarine. That's not his style. Like copper, gold. Like that's more his thing.
So the ring of swimming makes your swim speed 40 feet while you're wearing it.
Ooh. Are there any indoor pools in Waterdeep? Or at the manor?
No, not at the manor.
In Waterdeep?
Maybe. We can do some rolling to see
Like
if
to
you find
ask
an indoor
around.
pool.
In a few minutes.
Want to
Or
race?
an outdoor pool. Well, no, it's winter.
It's winter.
We should race.
Okay, so Although there is a there's a winter festival. I don't know how much swimming there's going to be.
Winter
going on at the-
festival.
I
I love
wait.
festivals. Is there arm wrestling?
It's in 3 days.
All right, so
Why can't it be today?
we've got
Right.
the ring of swimming. I'm adding to your equipment. For you, Micaiah,
Kyoto.
the ointment, and then for Art, the ointment.
The ointment.
Anything anybody wants to do during this couple of days before the festival starts?
Erdnot wants to look at some dwarven shops.
Okay. For what purpose?
You know what for. But also to see what they have besides that item that you won't give me.
Saucy.
I can't afford it.
I cannot afford it.
But I want it.
I want it. We just go look at it.
Yeah. Can I try this on? He just runs out of the store.
I don't know. I have pretty high deception. We might be able to make this work.
All right. So
Just in the downtime, Zan wants to just kind of see if he can get in more with the local harpers, just to kind of get a feel for what they do in the city.
okay.
What were we up to? I'm sorry.
Just downtime stuff that you want to do for the 4 days before the. Before
Eric would
Malia
ask.
comes
Eric would ask us the whole group once we're all together. I know we'll probably all go do our separate things and whatnot, but if anybody could ask any information about what's going on in Sea Hall, I need to know. Anything would be. Don't ask too much. Don't ask in groups. I don't want to draw too much attention to ourselves, but anything helps.
When Erdnot is at any of these dwarven shops, he'll ask casually if there's any news from the north pertaining to the rumors in Sea Hall.
Okay.
But only to dwarves.
Okay.
He won't ask non-dwarf folk.
Looking to raise an army of some kind of.
How about you can make like a group investigation check kind of thing, like somebody roll with an advantage.
Do you
How
want that
about-
to be Zan? For an
How
investigation
about
check?
it's this one who hasn't rolled real dice?
Oh yeah, do it.
God.
Just do it. Just
Wait. Here. I'll let you choose,
it
because it's
good luck.
bad luck to force you. To...
Oh, but those are really pretty ones. Okay.
But no, but I don't know
pretty
the.
ones.
I think those were two that you gave her too.
So were they?
Nope, one
Nope.
was.
Okay.
Everybody quiet.
Oh!
It's an 18.
See, it's a
Tell her,
19.
tell her.
Phew.
What is it?
19.
She rolled
But
an
18 and a
and
19.
plus your
nice.
bonus. What's your
19
what's your
plus-
what's your
What's your
investigation?
I don't know. I forgot.
I got D&D Beyond up. I can tell you once it loads.
Plus 5.
I forgot the whole.
+5.
You see and
Whoa!
Guys,
holy shit.
Yeah.
we found out.
Your eyes just turned. Well, I was gonna say black. They turned black. They turned white. And you see all the mysteries of the universe.
Like the robot dude in Dune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So news from Sea Hall that you're able to find out over the course of the 4 days. It's actually fairly quiet. They have continued to grow the army. They are still offering people to come and get paid a pretty decent sum to join the army. And Peter has, he's often seen. He has a buddy that's always by his side. This elf with long blonde hair, very vibrant and like beautifully colored robes in like blues and golds and like a turquoise and light blue color, with this ornate headpiece on. And also these gold chains that drag on the floor behind. They're always kind of just stoically standing beside Lord Peter Amsel, giving counsel. He's almost never seen without this person, this elf. But at the same time, Peter he's seen about, but only for short periods of time during the day. The rest of the time he's hidden off because he knows that people are not necessarily his biggest fan due to what has occurred, but he doesn't necessarily care.
But father.
There are public displays of punishment as necessary, as he deems necessary for anybody that he finds that is stepping out of line, basically. And no real news, so you know that his father had wanted to become like a player amongst the Lord's Alliance and whatnot, but you haven't heard anything and rumblings on the street that's a thing. Like the way that Peter has gone about things, it's unclear if that's still the destination or not. But also, people are just talking about how much money does this guy have? He just got money.
He got in his change purse.
Coin purse.
He got in that coin purse.
A big old loose coin purse.
You missed him reaching under and finding the coin purse.
Whoa.
Elbow deep.
That's definitely a chapter.
Elbow deep in the coin purse.
Chapter 21. The coin purse.
Elbow deep.
Yeah, that's pretty much. It's only been a few days since you last kind of were looking around, but Erdnot. Let's see. What kind of stores are you looking at? Are you going to magic stores? Are you going to
Because he has not been here, he is just going to visit several dwarven establishments. So magic, weapons, armor, goods. He just wants to get familiar with the area and the dwarven population.
Okay. Yeah, there are several stores around. Are you looking to spend money?
If there's something good.
I tell you what you're looking for.
Yeah, there's literally an unlimited. I am not Matthew Mercer, so there's an unlimited amount of things that you could have. So,
are there any? I don't think I can go much higher in regular
Dwarven
armor,
plate?
but is there any dwarven plate armor, or is there any helmets, dwarven helmets that might be useful? Any dwarven potions?
So are you looking for magical items, or are you looking for standard items?
Both. I mean, if I can get a shield to boost my AC up a little bit more, I'll be happy with that. A shield, a helmet. I'm looking to boost the AC slightly more, but then also
What is your AC?
20.
So
I want 22. Damn it!
The only thing
Just go to half HP and you will.
that are likely to do that are going to be magical items, and anything that's going to boost you by +2 is going to cost you somewhere in the range of between 5,000 and 50,000 gold.
Oh, that's a jump.
So it depends, because a lot of times it's not just
That's a range.
Hold on. It's do you want just a +2? So hold on.
Is there a shield +2
Yes.
or a helmet that might get me a helmet +2? I don't even know if that's an item.
Helmet is not an item, no.
It should be though.
That makes sense.
Let's play Pathfinder. Fuck this 5e bullshit.
So a rare
She just
rare
reaches over
item.
and slaps you.
I had this written down. So yeah, rare items are going to be worth somewhere between 5 and 40,000. Very rare are worth 50,000 gold. You have several thousand gold.
I can't take that from the party, and I have not done calculations in months for how much the Brew Bottle Tavern has been making.
Well, if we split just the platinum that we just got, it basically equals out to average 51 platinum for 6.
So 510 gold.
And then plus whatever you had. So if everyone wants, we can just split the platinum.
Yeah, that's fine. So how much was it?
510, and then I'll just throw the extra 4 platinum.
510 each.
51 platinum each.
51
So
Which is 510 gold.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, exploration allows for the finding of things sometimes. So otherwise, you have to buy them,
Like
and they're
dwarven
very
plate armor.
expensive.
So a +2 shield was 50,000 gold.
A +2 shield is a very rare item, or a rare item, I believe. It's actually a rare item. So rare items can be worth a starting price of 5,000 gold. I would have to look up specifically the shield and then where you are. Other thing to keep in mind as you guys are traveling through the city of Waterdeep, you hear rumors. It's not like it's a secret anymore. Where the raids of this cult are starting to make headlines. I guess like you're hearing more about them. There's a lot more refugees coming to the big cities from small towns that have been attacked by these black-robed cultists. I think I had already mentioned, like Issa mentioned this to you before, but people are talking about how they're not killing people if it can be helped. They are taking them, and they're bringing them away somewhere. So people are running and they're snatching them up and they're going away. So they're taking them somewhere. They're not killing them if they can help it. The other thing, so in that same, like along the same lines, things are more expensive because items are being still, like they lost the castle crashed.
Supply chain issues.
Yeah, there are supply chain issues.
Really breaking that fourth wall.
They're having trouble getting those magical chips.
Yeah, the merchants
Go into those carriages.
It's harder to get merchants to travel from city to city because people are being kidnapped, essentially. Like, there are still people who are willing to do it, but...
There's hundreds of wagons just in a field. Nobody can get them. God,
But yeah,
we don't have enough people.
things are being stolen, people are getting attacked, and merchants are not willing to travel, so things are more expensive than they were even a month ago.
Explains the 40,000, basically.
I got some more reason. Well, we have doesn't that piece of paper over there let it give us a discount on shit?
It does, you can pay cost. Which is still
20,000.
yeah, it's gonna be.
All right, I got some
Waterdeep.
shit that I should unload because I have it. So I have like +1 chainmail I don't need, a battle axe, another non +1 chainmail, and a bunch of one javelin because I gave you one and you lost it.
No, I got it back.
Okay.
Okay, 2 javelins. Oh, and a shield that I don't
He
need.
wants to do I didn't
the
use that
standard.
too.
Oh, you kept the javelin.
Just for the group potions out of the community fund.
Okay, so finding potions. Alright, so you are.
So are we in a store looking at potions right now?
Zan is.
Yeah, whatever you
I assumed we were kind of moving somewhat as a...
it's just kind of like over the course of the 4 days, what do you all...
Yeah, we're
Oh,
not like
oh,
totally
okay.
woke.
trying to do?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, well,
Um,
Arik would be looking at any kind of, like, cool potions that they might be.
Okay.
Not exactly health ones, but, like, neato, cool things.
Glittery ones.
Okay. Well,
Just a pocket full of glitter thrown in someone's hand, thrown in someone's eyes.
At some point, Micaiah is
Boris.
going to reluctantly give Avedon back Boris.
Oh, but hold on, where is Boris right now?
Oh, go get
Boris.
Boris,
Get Boris,
and
Boris.
give Boris
Where's
to
Boris?
Avedon.
He was in your chair.
In
so
my
you
chair.
are able to find...
Oh, Boris!
Look who's back!
Baby! Boris! You look so much better.
That's because you're back. He's been blue ever since. Like, literally blue.
My darling.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking good care of him, Mickey.
Of course. I mean, I didn't really want to give him back, but I felt like it was the only right thing to do.
Get your circlet back on your head.
Damn it, I lost
I
it.
was gonna say, I feel like, like when you give a
I'm
girl,
sad.
I feel like it's like when you give a girl a flower on a date and she's like, "Fuck, I have to carry this the whole time." that's what we just did. Go get Boris, and then she's gonna hold him.
After about 30 minutes, like, I can put this down.
Yeah,
Right?
like, can I just lose it?
It doesn't mean I don't like it.
Yeah.
So you are actually.
He was hanging above Liz for a while.
Yeah.
That's why that wires up there.
Oh, nice.
He was up there
You're
for a
actually
while.
able to find over the course of several days, 7 potions of common healing. For just 47 gold each at cost. And then you find a greater healing if you want it for 263 gold. And there are actually 2 potions of superior healing, but these are 3,650
Damn.
Yeah.
Let's go with the 7 common and the 1 greater.
All right.
Was there any other kind of magical potions? Oh, sorry, I didn't
Yeah,
mean to
no,
cut you
no.
off. That's what you were
Yeah,
saying.
no, so you've got, depending on what you want, like, there's animal friendship. This one place that you go to, they've got animal friendship, fire breath, resistance, which will allow you to become resistant to certain things.
Dancing around pets.
Fire giant
Already
strength
got it.
or frost giant strength. Those are very expensive. Those ones will run you about 2,900 gold.
Oh.
So if you're looking for a small,
The potion of fire breathing. How much for that?
potion of fire breath are 315 gold each. Okay. Another place that you go to has, oh yep, if you're looking for some cheaper stuff, we've got
Hit the medieval thrift markets.
there's a couple of poisons. Like, you somehow find yourself chatting with somebody and they like misread what you say and they're like, well, I got this poison over here, and like you find yourself being offered this like essence of ether, which is an inhaled potion that can cause somebody to become unconscious over 8 hours. It's like a powder. There's another potion. It's a drow potion.
A drow?
Yeah, drow poison. Sorry, drow poison, and this again, you're not quite sure how you found yourself chatting about this, but this is a poison that's made only for the drow typically, or by the drow, and they have to be. If you
Boris
fail,
just died.
I've only just returned.
I know.
Yeah, I'm falling out, King. Get her.
So you find they're poisoned for an hour if they succeed on their saving throw. If you fail by 5 or more, then you're also unconscious.
And how much is that one?
That one.
Is that a liquid? Like coat a weapon with it or something?
This one is from an injury. Like, so yes, you have to apply it to your weapon, ammunition, trap, something like that. And that one's 200 gold. The essence of ether is 300 gold. There's a wyvern poison that's about 1,200 gold. Oh, and then there's some alchemist fire, which I know you guys have bought, but I don't think you've used.
No.
How much is it?
50.
What is that?
Zan bought them. Zan has them.
It's basically like a Molotov cocktail.
And there's how many? This one?
This one has. I don't know.
What does it do? How much damage?
So it's like
5.
the
There are 5 of
sticky
them.
adhesive fluid ignites when
Kyle
exposed to
wants
air.
that
As an
ether.
action, you can throw a
Ether?
flask
Okay.
up to
How much
20
was
feet,
That is
shattering it
Take
on
2 of
impact.
those. Then?
300 gold. Essence of ether.
I'll take 2 of those.
Of those,
you just buy that
alchemist
ether?
fire?
Yeah.
You said they were 50 apiece,
Sneak.
and I'll just message you. Like, I got a bunch of stuff I'll probably want to sell too.
Yeah,
but
we'll
instead
do
of going
that.
through it now.
So you
I'll
ended
just
up in
send it
like Nocturne Alley, like.
to you. I
We
guess.
went to like a fine establishment.
Was there
just
only
for-
one ether?
Just one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zan
Can
was
I add
looking,
that, or do you add that?
If you can find it, you can add it.
Zan was looking for more of that antitoxin.
Let's see. Make an investigation check.
That's a 10.
A 10. So the same place that you're able to find the healing potions, you are able to find the guy has one more antitoxin for 56 gold.
Zan will take that personally.
Found it.
And Zan was also looking for any trick arrows.
Trick arrows?
Yeah.
Let's see, Fletcher.
Did you pick up?
Another anti-talk.
Oh, I just picked up. Oh no, I didn't pick up.
No, you got alchemist fire.
Little fly. Little teeny tiny little fly.
Alright, so for trick arrows,
Trick
I'm
arrows.
using Waldo's Guide to D&D.
Laura, did you want
So
some
I'm just saying, for
bread?
those out there who are
Is it
interested.
really loud?
Oh my God.
Yeah. That doesn't bother
I
us.
didn't know you were coming, otherwise we would have saved you some churros.
Oh, we ate them all. They're so good.
I've been like 2 bags next week. Don't worry about it.
So you are able to find one door that has 3 fire arrows and 2 arrows of cold, which are harder to make, obviously.
And what's the damage for those?
And those are for 1 arrow, it is going to be 5 silver
5 silver for
Yeah.
each of them.
for each.
Oh, that's
So
it.
Zan will
Oh.
take the 3 fire
Really?
and the 2 cold.
For an arrow, yes.
Yeah.
They're one-time use, they go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had known that, I would have picked some up.
I just thought they'd be more.
Alright. You said you wanted to learn more about the Harpers. So let's see. Make an investigation check.
12.
So it takes you a couple of days, but you actually are able to find Leosin, or maybe Leosin finds you is a better way of putting it. And he is able to kind of bring you into more of the fold, and
Is it just Zan?
just Zan. He does inform you, actually, while you're hanging out with him, he tells you that he actually asks you, like, so, you know, how's Vidanya doing, type of thing, and when you say you don't know, he says, oh, because she came to us, and we thought that you all knew, but she had come and joined another group, which he's not going to tell you anything about the group. And that group has gone off to lend some aid to King Melendrock, who was the king of the elven king of the Misty Forest. And yeah, so she has joined another subgroup, but Leosin was under the impression that you all had known that she was doing that, and
Did she join the Harpers, or just
she's not joined the
along?
Harpers. No, she just joined another adventuring group that was going to the Misty Forest. Immediately. And he also says,
Oh, way to make a bunch of noise. Ugh.
so he also says that it was interesting because it appeared that, based off of the information that you all had brought, that Vidanya had expressed there being, she was curious about the link between King Melendrock and Narenvain. So King Melendrock, during the council meeting that you all were in, had mentioned his 2 sons' names, and one of them, and he mentioned the late Narenvain, a dead son. But you also remembered
This only he's gonna know
he's
this,
only,
right?
yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
only
he's the
Zan.
only one.
I mean, I don't know if you share it or not, but that in the note that you all had handed over from Severin to Resmir, there was mention about how Valanthe was doing so wonderfully that she was going to go aid Narenvain, the green worm speaker, in his stuff. So
I like it that Leosin would say that. In his stuff.
So she had actually put several things together, and it did not appear like Leosin kind of tells you, like, don't say anything to King Melandrock about Narenvain, because he's not having it. His son is dead. His son is dead. His son is dead. His son is dead. That's it.
Sounds like his son's dead.
So,
Is his son dead?
but Vidania left to go to the Misty Forest. And Ramalia will be back soon.
Are we going around the table again?
No, I'm just waiting
No.
until, because I didn't know if Zan had any other questions for Leosin before I said anything. Got a bad habit of jumping in.
Oh, you good?
Eric's gonna look around and see if there's any bookstores, libraries, anything that might have some information pertaining to his theory we talked about. He thinks is going to see hall.
So, devils and demons, or?
Yeah, devils in particular.
So there are libraries, there are bookstores. Make an investigation check to see if they have information about that specifically.
Why are you making it do this? 19 minus 1, I believe. You said investigation, so yeah, 18.
Okay. What are you looking to find out exactly?
There's a few certain types of devils.
Our devil's back. Can't you,
Yeah,
like,
so-
ask the devil?
Mostly ones involving chains. Dude, that keeps moving. It's freaking me out.
It is.
What? Oh,
Or
boy.
it's like
Boris,
shifted
he keeps
again.
Shifting.
Have you ever seen that video where it's
No
like
one's
the
even
guy
close
sitting at
to
the
him.
table and it's a little shelf on the elf? Elf on the shelf. I'm sorry, elf on the shelf. And it moves and the guy goes, oh, this is my imagination. And it moves crazy and he like runs. You've never seen that?
No.
Well,
Ah.
last night my ceiling fan, the lights kept going off and then back on. Never done it before. Did it like 3 times. I was so freaked out.
I bet you the electrician over there has an answer for that.
I'm sure it was something. I don't think it was
Ghosts.
ghosts, but it
That's what
never
they say.
has done that.
Ghosts.
All the lights went off.
I mean, did you?
So I changed a couple light
devil.
bulbs. It went back on.
The devil did it.
Then like 10 minutes later, they all went back off. I changed another light bulb. They went back on. And I tightened all of them. I made sure they were all tight.
Ghosts.
And then did it one more time.
You're haunted.
And then never did it again.
Is it on a regular switch or a dimmer?
A regular switch.
And it's just the lights, not the
Not the fan. The fan
Sorry,
worked.
Izzy.
All my other
Poor-
stuff
poor
worked.
Izzy.
TV worked. Everything worked. Just the lights.
This is
Just the
D&D.
lights.
Just the lights.
I'll think about it.
Was there any,
It was so weird. It was
anything
freaking me
regarding
out.
chain devils
Vanessa
or
was like,
chain
"Will you stop
demons?
being
If that's
freaked
a
out?
thing,
It's not
just
a big deal.
them involving
no.
chains.
This is weird. Weird.
So,
How to
Never
fight
had
them,
that.
what they might look like, all that kind of stuff.
so they're chain devils.
There's no such thing as a chain demon.
Demons are very they can be almost anything, where
Okay.
like devils coming from, so demons come from the abyss, where devils come from hell.
Okay.
So
Because I have that book
that Abaddon
that
left.
was Abaddon.
Yes.
She left it from.
She just left it.
She just left
That
it.
you
That I found.
you were able to read it. You found that you suddenly could read Infernal.
We can have secret conversations
That's
now.
really fun.
I know. Yeah, I don't
After
even
you
know
die.
about that.
Um,
These
I was over here
fuckers,
taking,
right?
I was over here taking notes. I didn't even see you pull out a hot beverage.
Yeah, she was ready.
Oh, she was like
That's
steeping
okay.
that tea.
I'm always cold, so.
Yeah,
It's cold in here.
yeah, because
It's
narrowing it
probably
down
not
from
at 60 degrees anymore.
because narrowing it down from the book that that Arik had taken from
I'm still in shock.
from her room,
Not gonna lie.
you know, that's what he would narrow it down to.
Yeah.
Hopefully, and then he can try to line up the pieces.
Best
So
surprise
you
ever.
learn through your reading there with the 19. You end up in actually don't know. Let's see if there's a Waterdeep library. No, there's the key.
Oh.
Um,
Look that page.
see, just so that I could. No. You just find like a local. In the like Blackstaff Tower, there's this library that they allow people to come, and you have your writ, so you're just like, let me in.
Flash it like an FBI badge. Fox Mulder, you know.
Oh my
X-
god, I
X-
haven't
X-Files.
heard that name in a long time.
Fox Mulder FBI.
Oh my god.
So asking for some help to narrow it down, so you're not going through a bunch of books that you're not interested in.
Eric is not a reader.
You are able to find out more about chain devils specifically. There are chain devils, not chain demons. They're also called chitons. They are sadistic devils that conduct agonizing torture on the souls of mortals.
How do you spell Kyton?
Kyton. Their chains serve as both clothing and weaponry.
Oh.
Is this something so I don't have to write everything down? Can you send this back and forth later?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. My hand's killing me.
So they're pretty, fairly tall, 6 feet or so. Their chains wrapped tightly around them, like a shroud, and they rattle as they move along. And they kind of like move on their own, almost like they're alive, like snakes. They just kind of like twist and everything. The areas
creepy.
where their eyes, ears, nose,
I was thinking like a
hair,
Christmas Carol, like
that's also
Marley.
wrapped in chains.
Like with the chains.
With only visible areas being their throats, their grinning mouths,
my
and sometimes you can see their eye, but they're wholly wrapped in chains. Let's see, spiked shackles covered in barbs and iron scraps that have been welded on. Each length of the chain ends at a hook, so it's like that's what they use for weaponry. A blade or a
This
wave
guy is so
ball.
hardcore.
Right?
These things. They've got
Damn.
chains with hooks on the end.
Yeah.
Gonna kill you. Tetanus.
They are sadistic and cruel. Everything that you find written about them says that they enjoy inflicting pain. That's where they get their pleasure from.
Slowly with
In hell, specifically, in the 9 hells specifically.
6 months.
They they inspire dread in their victims. And they can stop, like when they're on like a hunt, they will stalk people for hours just for fun.
So there's nothing about weaknesses.
They will
fighting
stalk
them.
people for hours just for fun.
Yes.
And what else is there to do?
They
with
will.
these?
I know.
What does this have to do with you?
Well, once
so
they
bad.
capture their prey, they keep them alive so that they can torture them for as long
You
as they
weren't
can.
you weren't here for Arik's flashback when you did the everybody.
Oh, right.
Oh yes.
Arik had. There was Peter's new confidant or advisor or whatever. There was
One
a
of
lot
these.
of hints towards a lot of chain stuff. You know what I mean, like
So
chain.
this is like who's propelling him.
that's
power,
what Arik's trying to
basically?
find out. That's what.
So
Arik's
he's a puppet for this guy,
Arik's think so.
basically.
I wasn't trying to metagame too much. That's why I was like trying to get
No, I mean that's
Yeah.
the sense I get.
No, I know.
Yeah.
that's
the
Arik's thoughts.
information. Yeah.
That's what I would have
you
thought.
have. So in terms of like weaknesses, there's not really anything written
Can you
about
melt their
weakness
chains?
about. What was that?
Can you melt the chains? Or are they like a special
The chains
material?
are essentially part of them.
Oh.
So there's not too much on devil weaknesses because it's really tough to fight devils. And devils don't necessarily fight. They're into contracts.
Torture?
Devils in general, and I think this is mentioned in the book that
Yeah,
Abaddon left.
different types.
They deal in contracts. So
Asimodeus and all that stuff.
yeah, Asmodeus is the
Asmodeus. I didn't know how to
leader
pronounce it.
of the hells. And so any contract that a devil gets into, or that you get into with a devil, because he leads all of the devils, then once you sign a contract with the devil, he owns that contract. And the only way to get out of them usually is if you either kill the devil that you've gone into a contract with and then go to hell and kill it again, permakill it. Or if the contract is not written well and there is a loophole, and you can go to hell and request a trial and go through an actual trial in hell, Two.
Hell is truly hell. All the bureaucaucy
I
that
know,
you have to
that's
go
the
through.
DMV.
Hell and all the devils is just a giant MLM scheme.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
That's how they like. Every devil starts as like an imp, and then they just like work their way up by
Yep.
number of souls.
And
it's just-
then,
I was gonna say fucking
Leggings.
LuLaRoe, yeah.
yeah.
LuLaRoe.
So here's what I will say: make an intelligence check.
Oh God.
That negative
So,
one.
His
I
weakness. His one weakness is
I already
intelligence.
burned my high roll
Here's
for
another
one of
question
these.
before you roll.
Oh,
Before you roll, you can. Would you have told your friends any of this, or are you keeping it?
after, because that's what I think is going on. So after I had left, unless everybody came with me, I would have told everybody my thoughts.
Okay. So actually, I'm gonna have you discuss that first, and then I will decide whether or not you're going. Because everybody.
It's a
here-
library. They don't let you take books. I
No,
couldn't
they
buy
will
it
not
or
let
anything
you
like
take
that. But I could take notes.
But you could take notes, and then coming back to your crew, you can tell them what your theory is, and then based off of your role play right now and what I hear you all say, maybe I'll have you do a roll.
Boy.
Do good.
So we're yeah. Don't fuck up.
Don't fuck it
No,
up.
maybe you find out more, or maybe you.
Are we at the manor?
Sure.
Sure.
Everyone's just hanging out at the manor.
Micaiah's just singing a bunch of songs about devils.
Zan's
Everyone went down to
Coincidentally.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Looking for some Soul to Steal.
Just by coincidence.
Zan's being weird by himself in the corner again in the shadows.
Why is that
Isa's
weird? That's
gone
normal
again,
for
by the way,
Zan.
It's
also.
it's
What'd you
normal
say?
for Zan,
Isa's
but it's
gone.
just
That's not weird.
When did
Zan.
she leave?
She
Did
like
she leave as soon as I showed up?
so.
She's probably jealous of you.
She doesn't like me.
I will say, like a day or so into your stay at the manor, you just kind of are like, fuck.
Like her
Micaiah
shit's
doesn't even know
gone
where she
too.
went.
She got her
She didn't even
51
say bye?
I
platinum
thought she was
and
sticking around
split.
for the council meeting because she wanted
Well,
her people.
She
didn't
might
say goodbye.
stick around in the city, but she
Isa
doesn't
doesn't
hang
believe in
out with
goodbyes.
us.
She ain't gonna say see you later. Nothing.
No,
She doesn't say anything to me.
she does not say.
Wow, Micaiah's
anything.
pissed.
So here's what
I should be
here.
used to this by it's
Pissed.
Sorry to interrupt what you were going
It's
to
totally
say. I'm going to
fine.
say a day or two in, Micaiah. Yeah, there was something that I had.
I'm gonna hit her with that birch next time. Like brass knuckles.
I'm mad at her now.
So Micaiah,
Oh, we had something going.
you actually wake up in the morning. You notice that she's gone obviously earlier than others because she has been sleeping in your bed.
Goddamn.
Wow, you're a
nice.
snuggle
There's just
buddy.
a little cold depression in the
Possibly
shape of
more.
her next to you.
Turbo KKV asked if you can wish away a contract.
I guess that would depend. Yeah, that depends. Wishes are very subjective. That's a pretty hefty wish, I would say, because Asmodeus is involved. So maybe I would have a roll for that.
Asmodeus.
Sick
burn!
Get some
That's
aloe
when the
for
guy's
that
like,
bird.
Holy shit!
Give that kid some aloe.
For the hellfire.
For that
hellfire, for
burn.
that sick hellfire burn.
So, Micaiah, you wake up one morning, like the
Pissed?
second or third morning, and your hair is like, you have a braid in your hair that was done while you were sleeping.
Dude, she was able to braid your hair while you were asleep.
You were a
Yeah,
deep
she's got a
sleeper.
I
plus
sleep like a
12. She's
baby.
got a plus 12 to her sleight of
Next
hand.
turn.
So she has to-
Okay.
Sleight of hand, plus 12.
She did a
No wonder
whole
Micaiah loves her so
bunch
much.
of things in your sleep. Just saying.
Plus 12, sleight of hand.
Yikes.
And woven into it
Jesus.
is just like a little.
It says, see you later.
There's
Love
a
you,
little-
Oh, I was trying to hold it back. I was.
He's like looking up, like, don't laugh.
I was like, don't laugh. It's really funny, but the halfling has sleight of hand.
I mean,
And then actually woven into the braid is just this little like thin gold thread. But she's gone. Her stuff's gone.
Did you take the braid out?
no.
Still got that gold?
Yeah. You can't have it.
Can I just look at it?
I know it. You can look at it. It's shiny.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice, right?
That's nice.
At least she left me with some
Can I-
something.
Can I touch it?
Yeah.
So sorry, yes, Issa's gone. She is gone. She did take with her a bunch of stuff that she never shared with you she had in the first place. So
Figured as much.
she did not.
That's why we didn't even bother to ask.
She didn't take anything of yours, though, as far as you can tell.
She's walking around with bulging pockets of gold and all this other stuff. We just were like, she ain't gonna give that up.
You can find her by just looking for the trail of coins.
Oh my god.
So, sorry. So then you,
So,
well,
Arg would first approach Avedon and in Infernal.
Oh, I was gonna do that. You go first.
And we're like, ooh, you, me, ooh, oh my god.
All right, what's he gonna say?
Would ask, is there anything you can tell me? I don't know what Infernal sounds like. Is there anything
German.
you can tell me?
Sounds like
Yeah.
German.
I was thinking Tasmanian devil.
A lot of.
That's not German.
That was Klingon. Is there anything that you could tell me that you know of chain devils?
I know anything about chain devils.
So the only thing that you know, because you were doing your own research on devils, interestingly enough. So the only thing that you know is from the book that you had left.
Should I tell him that? The only thing I know is in the book. Did you read the book?
I did.
You can read that book?
I just spoke to you in Infernal.
How did you do that?
I don't know. I just started doing it one day.
I don't know if that's a good thing, Eric.
Why?
I don't know. Man,
Now I'm worried.
just a little dangerous. You're learning devils. Is everybody else with
I was
us?
gonna say,
I
don't
think
know,
we're
are
all in
you
the
all
room,
in
but like
the
we're
dining
whispering
room?
in front of everyone. This is happening in Infernal. Why are we whispering in front of everyone?
Or not.
Ari
just-
comes
or
over
nods
like
at
a
it
thing
with
of
his
bread and
journal,
just like
just kinda
slams it down in front, like looking at the two of you, and then looks at her not, and then
It's the
turns
most
and goes back.
gruesome whispering. It's
It's like a Portuguese whisper. It's so loud.
I work.
It's not really a whisper.
That's so on
it's-
point. I work for Portuguese.
It's so
I
loud.
absolutely do.
It's
That
not
is
really
so
a whisper.
fucking perfect.
like,
Yes.
Hey guy.
No, just the sound.
It's a stage whisper.
Did you tell everybody else that you can talk in Infernal and read it and everything? Do they all know this?
We had a run-in with some
We saw devils, right?
bearded devils.
Bearded
right? We
devils,
had a run-in with some bearded devils, and they saw me. I don't know. I just picked up this book, and things started to swirl, and suddenly I can just read it and speak
It's
it.
like Percy Jackson. Can I take a look at that book again?
Sure.
Maybe I can find out some more if there's more.
Sure.
My notes from.
No
I
fancy
was
phone.
gonna say I could hand her the page.
Is that-
Oh yeah.
Did your phone just fold?
Yes, I have
You have the foldy
the
phone?
Samsung Folded phone.
Why do you want to know about these chain devils?
Oh, so cool.
It's pretty cool.
And when you open it up, it just goes right to where you are on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Well,
There's your book.
Oh!
There's your
took
book
me a
back.
minute.
That is sick. That is so cool.
That's your book back. You could research up on your book.
So yeah, the thing that you recall, well, Abaddon, you had read that book, and so there were different types of devils, and there was a little bit of information about Zariel, who is the head of, I believe, the second layer of the Nine Hells, either that or the first, but either way, she is the guard, essentially. She has been put in charge of guarding Tiamat, and is not interested in that anymore. and
So
wants to
was
get
this
her out.
something that was in the book? Right?
There's a section on
Yes.
Zariel
Okay.
in there.
I just didn't know if you were saying that this is something she knew only. But
You guys
I
know
read
it
the-
now.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys know.
Me, you, me. Me, you, me.
So, my issue in Sea Hall, I think Amcel has some sort of
Are you still talking to Infernal?
yes.
Yeah, we don't know what.
No, you guys are doing your own thing. Go be a weirdo in the corners. Do your own weird thing.
Go be Zan.
Play with your new arrows.
Zan starts
Go be
doing
Zan.
handstand
Go
push-ups.
play with your cold arrow. Warm it up.
Handstand push-up.
Handstand push-ups.
That's hot.
He's just in the corner doing handstand
With his
push-ups.
shirt off.
Yeah. Just Stewing him in the
No,
corner.
Zan doesn't take his shirt off unless he has to.
Oh, true. I forgot about that.
Abaddon's slightly distracted, but still listening.
Devils. I was gonna say, is there a way to snap an infernal? You know?
Don't get distracted by the abs.
I know he has rippling back muscles.
It's Zan. Guys. Don't talk about him that way.
It's like talking about your brother. You know, like, ugh.
I'm picturing Bruce Lee with like long, rounded ears now at this point.
And lots of cuts. Scars. So what was I? Shit.
Devils.
Devils.
Yeah, devils. This whole thing.
Devils.
I think Peter, my nemesis, I suppose you could say. I think he might have a friend who possibly chained somewhere on the page. Oh, wherever it is. I don't know, somewhere on the page. Somewhere in the book. You know the book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find out as much as I can about them before we go even.
Are you gonna tell everybody else?
I am.
Right now?
I wanted to ask you first.
Oh. I don't know anything else.
All you know is yeah.
This is
What
all
was
I
in the
know.
book? I just didn't know. I mean, I didn't want to sound like a jerk, but you know, like
Is it because of the horns? It's fine.
I'm a
I
horny,
understand.
baby.
Do I make you horny?
Do I make you horny?
I love the
baby?
horns. I had to ask.
I understand. Well, thanks for my book. Let's let them know this is crazy.
And then, yeah, in common. Do you want me? Yeah, in common, he'll say the same stuff. Excuse me, doing the push-ups over there in the corner. Then,
Yes.
remember about Sea Hall? My whole deal there, all my business that's going there.
Yes, I
Yeah.
remember you speaking of it.
Well, think the trouble there might be more than just some shithead. Think we might be dealing with some kind of a devil.
Devil.
Why do you think that?
Is he from Georgia?
Most likely wants to steal souls. I don't know exactly where they are. According to Abaddon.
It's true. Should I translate it for you guys?
Yeah.
Yes,
You want me to tell you what it says?
Would you?
Sure.
The old book?
No. Just the chain devils part. Erdy. Chain devils, or Kaitons, are sadistic devils that conduct agonizing torture on the souls of mortals.
Oh.
Yup. They love to it. They're gonna inflict pain and love it. They will torture everybody. And
So they
watch
like
out.
torturing people. Okay.
Which is why I'm reluctant to bring my friends into such a place. I don't want.
I mean, I brought y'all to a witch.
That's a fair point.
You did what?
A hag, actually. Yeah.
And Abaddon, you
I'll fill you
Remember.
in on that later.
the reason why you were looking up devils in the first place was due to the statement made by the old man you saw in the fortune teller's tent.
Oh, fuck. I forgot. I have it written down. I'll go look it
No,
up.
I
later.
know. And you remember as you guys are kind of talking this out, you remember what he said, and I will say it.
Okay.
Fate touched you 50 winters past, my best intentions gone astray. A contract sealed a hellish laugh. My sept was cursed from that day forth. By mine own hand 5 souls were sold for a pledge of aid in an empty box, full of dreams in silver and gold, a family bond in the jewel of the north.
So there's that.
That's.
Yep. And it just popped up. I totally forgot it until we were talking about it.
Funny how the brain works
That's
like
right.
that.
Funny you should say that. Suddenly, I remember all these
It's
accoutrement
a
of
lot
chains
to
and
remember.
whatnot of the guy that was hanging around with himself.
I wonder. Think it's Related?
Well, obviously.
Are you sure?
What would be the chances that my problem and your ancestry linked?
50 years hence. He's not 50 years old.
Nope.
Is your lord 50 years old?
No, Peter's younger than I am. Yeah, that's
Does seem a bit odd, though, don't you think?
50
Could
years
you read
could
the part-
mean your family.
Yeah.
You said it was.
Maybe
You
not
said it was an
you.
old man. Did you hold on? Did you? Did she? You told. All right. You
What
told
about your
us
father?
everything
Yeah, I
else.
told
Do you know your father?
Well, I mean, my dad at the tavern. But I don't know my real one.
Yeah, your real
no,
dad.
no.
Could you repeat the part of what he said about the box?
By mine own hand 5 souls were sold for pledge of aid and an empty box, full of dreams in silver and gold, a family bond in the jewel of the north.
Jewel of the North. Anyone know where that might be?
North is not.
I do.
Not much that
What?
I know
Right?
from there.
It's Neverwinter.
It's Neverwinter.
It's Neverwinter.
Is the jewel of the
I've been trying to figure out, right, the Jewel of the North stuff.
You remember that the family bond, a family bond in the Jewel of the North, you remember that and actually, Arik and Erdnot would also know this, that, but Abaddon, you know, the paintings that you found.
Yep, I was just looking at that.
Yeah. I was thinking about that, the Neverwinter things. The
Neverwinter
series, right?
Series of paintings. The
All hide and seek rounds are worth extra points because of Abaddon's return.
oh,
Neverwinter at night.
Neverwinter at night. Same city over and over. Bond.
Bond.
The painter.
Yep.
Alright, so
What makes me curious is the statement that you said of your vision. An empty box of dreams, silver, and gold.
why that?
Is Amsel Seahall's a rich little merchant, up and coming merchant town. I've seen bigger, I've seen smaller. But there's no way that all the stuff that he's been doing and trying to do, they don't have that kind of money. That's what we've heard. That's what that you said. That's what we heard. A bunch of that.
So you think he's being funded by someone?
Maybe the same. That's a hell of a coincidence. An empty box of dreams of silver and gold. I don't know. I'm a smart man. Better with a sword and a shield.
Well, we
Tell
know.
by my intelligence.
Best with your
What?
sword, but leave that for another story.
You can touch it.
Let's keep focus jumping.
I mean, Issa's gone. So.
Second
Only
billing on
tonight.
that. But anyways,
I mean, you were
He's
the
like
first.
standing quietly in the shadowy corner.
hiding in the shadows behind Zan.
It's that Morticia Adams lighting where it's just like right across the eyes.
But I think
She's actually painted to look like the stone, and when she does that, the eyes open.
that's some Hunger Games shit.
Yeah,
When he's,
right?
Like in the ground. I just think that if that
Oh, you knew
one
we had
day.
a thing.
I
You didn't
just
say bye. So.
I can't braid your hair like that. I'm so sorry.
You don't need to braid my
These
hair.
hands.
What's your sleight of hand score?
-10? I just think that
That's okay. I
my-
don't need your
You're
hair.
making cat blush.
Everybody leave the room. Just leave me in my car. Go. Need this up.
Leave the cameras.
Need this rope. Leave. Pick up the Twitch.
Leave the cameras,
That's
take the
how we
dice.
get more subs.
Jesus.
Make that noise again.
That's gonna be a sound drop.
We love you
Yeah,
guys.
it's 6. I think we've been trying to take a break earlier than 7. I don't know. I know we're
Yeah, we
like
can take a break.
mid trying to do this, but if we wanted to take a break, come
That's
back,
fine.
do the monthly giveaway, and then continue with our role playing and innuendo.
Innuendo. Anyways,
Right.
it doesn't seem like if
I got you with that.
yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we'll take a break.
Compose.
I know, right?
And
Till we
and-
derail it again.
and then we'll do our giveaway. So we'll be back in 15 minutes.
Sounds good.
15. I only need 5.
Yeah, I do.
And we.
They just.
I can only cut mine. Liz will never let me
I
touch
don't
her
know,
hair
have you
again
seen
after what I
Kanye's
did
new
that
haircut?
time.
Hi, everybody.
No.
It looks
So we are going to do our 2 giveaways.
Ooh,
Giveaways.
Has Abaddon seen
Two.
the amazing
No,
giveaway
but
from
actually, I don't think
October?
anybody has seen.
Oh,
the
all right,
dice.
all right,
Nobody
yeah,
got to
yeah.
see them.
Only we got to hold them.
Yes. We have
What are they?
we have some beautiful dice that were created, handmade by our friends at Almost Critical Dice, and those are going to be the big giveaway. And we are also going to do our BD&D giveaway.
Mug Club.
Oh yes.
I get to hide.
Actually, Kat, I wanted to bug you. We'll get together on Discord or something. to
In
talk
real
about-
life. Sorry.
or in real life.
That's
yeah.
what I wanted. Sorry.
To
Move
talk
to
about like the
Massachusetts.
Mug Club. And
Yeah,
I
how
want to
they-
go out to
I'll
Oregon.
throw it out to these
Yeah,
folks
right.
as well to see what their thoughts are on what we can actually do for a mug club, because I think that would be fun. But anyway, type B D&D to enter into the giveaway for tonight. Hashtag BEADND. We are going to be giving away one of our lovely sponsors merch items. So right now it's a 50-50 shot, honestly, between Cheese Cat and Turbo KKV. So your
They have,
chances are pretty
500
good.
entries each.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Your chances are pretty good. This is for the BD&D. Cat had 27 entries into the
Wow.
dice, so I'm just saying that
I
is
thought
a
it was
possibility.
Was it Bearded Force or something?
Bearded Fortress had 25.
By the way, I love
27.
my mug. I use it like almost every day.
Yes, we
I
better
gotta
be
get. I
doing
gotta
a
get
club
one.
going.
I feel the
I love
need.
it.
I feel the need.
So I see 12
It's great
people
fun.
watching, which means we've got a ton of lurkers, and I'm just saying, lurkers, you can type hashtag BEADND to enter into the giveaway. I'm gonna give it another couple of seconds, and then I'm just gonna draw the winner. But you have chance. You have a chance.
You have a chance
You have chance to win.
to win.
You can do it.
Otherwise,
can
it is
win.
gonna be basically a flip of the coin. Roy gets a mug if Cat wins.
Oh, yay! You can join the mug club!
Turbo, I don't know if
Yay.
you've won before, but if you have not won before and you win, you get to choose a t-shirt the first time, and then the second time, you get to choose a mug. So, if you would like.
Although
Or a
I
t-shirt
appreciate
if you
that from Kat, I really do. I kind of want Turbo. What's the name?
want. Turbo KKV.
Tur-
Well, we'll see. 50-50 shot.
Only because if they haven't won before. If they have won before, then I don't need
Yeah, I
my
actually
mug.
don't know. Alright, so we're gonna close the giveaway. And see, flip the coin and see who wins. So I'm closing it now.
I still have a bunch of squirrel paws to center. Too. I have some that are actually valid. What?
Did you say squirrel balls?
Oh, squirrel paws. I'm not a monster.
Paws. All right.
I said squirrel paws, not balls. What am I, some kind of creep?
I mean, how big?
No.
Like
You know,
you say my
actually-
cat.
I mean, that must be
I-
tiny.
I
Click in the winner. Here we go. I'm
True.
clicking
Little
the winner.
mammals
Here
do
it
that.
is.
Pebbles.
No, I've had pet rats. It's
Cheese cat is
Big
the winner.
rodents. It's ridiculous.
Really?
Serious.
Oh, giant rodent balls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Turbo,
It's
for
weird.
entering.
Really?
Please continue to enter every time you come to hang out.
Seriously,
We
like a
do
cat
these
on a
every
rat.
time we do a D&D
Serious.
That's
stream.
gross.
It is.
So, Roy, welcome to the Mug Club.
Yay!
So then the
You gotta get
next
the same mug
one
now.
that everybody is really excited about.
Everybody.
I don't get to show you guys anymore because you cannot see my screen here, but I'm gonna pull up Foundry because I have the rollable table built in Foundry, and I go through every month and I pull together all of the entries and put them into this rollable table. We had 176 entries. I don't know how many people.
Is that the
That's a lot of
is that
entries, though.
the top
the
number that we
dice.
have so far? Because those
No,
are some,
we had 200 something one month.
I'm surprised these ones didn't top it because these are some crazy cool looking dice.
Yeah.
You
think
got
that
little
art book
skulls
got a
and
lot.
Oh yeah.
little like music.
That art book got a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The art.
The art book was
Arcana
also
one.
when we were more regular.
Yeah,
with
we
our-
were much more, regularly
Yeah.
streaming. So.
These are the ones with the skulls and the music
And the
notes.
music
Oh
notes.
yeah,
music
those
sheets.
are cool.
I think our followers have not really come over to Sundays as much. Like
Oh,
Saturdays
yes.
were much
Saturdays,
higher
yeah.
viewing numbers. So like
Yeah, we only stream Sunday, Monday, Tuesday now. So there's 3 days.
well, they need
And it's-
people just need to be in the know that we're Sunday really early, not 9 p.m.
Well, and people are busy now. too,
Yeah,
on
right. Yeah.
Sundays.
I still think
Yeah,
we should do
everyone's
the
at home
replay of the week before on Saturday at 9 p.m. just so that
Get 'em
the other
pumped up
people
for
know.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can try. Let me stop this. Okay, I'm pulling up.
Plus we got one of our
The
big
rollable
hitters
table.
back. You're gonna draw the crowd.
We have.
Absolutely. I mean,
Fireball.
everybody came for
Lots of
everyone came
fireball.
for the attractive blondes. I mean, it's not the rest of us.
Just saying.
So
it's the
We have to
Wait,
do
I'm
shirt.
not
the
blonde.
small mammal ball.
The blondes and brunettes.
Say, me and Pat, we're gonna have to do
babes of
shirtless handstand push-ups. No.
all right, I'm going to make the roll. We have a lot of people
one in
who entered like 20 something times here, including
Pass the dice around the
Cheese
table.
Cat. Those dice are not it.
That's not it.
Nope,
Are
the
they
dice are
inside?
in the house.
Son of a bitch. They're in the vault.
Right, in the vault.
Dice vault.
So good luck to everybody. 176 entries. I'm just pressing the roll button, and then whatever
Nerdy,
pops up
nerdy.
in the thing.
Let's
The
do
winner
it.
Get it.
is Outlaw Vinegar,
Nice.
which is actually my brother. It is not rigged.
Really?
Outlaw
Is it
Vinegar.
really?
I didn't know that was your brother.
Yes, that's
Oh,
my brother,
wow.
yeah.
I
You
didn't
didn't say
realize
anything
that.
about that.
Yeah. So Bryce,
Amanda
congratulations.
recount. Nepotism.
I will say that if he says he doesn't want them, because I don't know. I mean, he plays D&D, but it's virtually, and I don't know if he's a big dice person. We will roll again. So
Everyone, cross your fingers.
congratulations to Outlaw
Granted,
Vinegar.
it'd be
I'm
a
not getting rid
fool
of
to
this
do
thing.
that because they're awesome.
They
Yeah, they are really
beautiful
beautiful
dice.
dice.
We will show more pictures
And that was
They were
from
gorgeous.
Almost Critical,
from Almost Critical. Yep.
who makes all the awesome dice.
All the
Yeah,
dice
we can
going.
all
All the
forward are
awesome
gonna
dice
be
at our
from
table
Almost
are all made by Almost Critical.
Yep.
All those, those crazy.
Gorgeous.
You know what? I
crazy
would
dice.
say they're not almost critical. They're critical.
They're
Okay.
critical to the
They are
function
critical
of
dice.
this game.
They're
They are
critical to
critical
the
dice.
NAT30s.
Look at that.
They are beautiful.
Look
They
at
are.
that.
They're gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
So,
Gorgeous dice.
It was
thank
really
you
beautiful.
everybody for entering. You can
I didn't
continue to
realize it
enter
was, like,
every month.
multiple
We
colors, too.
are
It's
giving
not
away
really
Yeah,
our
like,
Almost
it's
Critical
Kind
dice.
of bluish too.
This month's dice are these beautiful
got
coppery colored
Oh,
dice with gold foil and a like yellowish inking that is reminiscent of fall leaves changing colors. They are beautiful.
It reminds me of a
Um,
turkey.
They want to see them but without it moving. You just gotta,
Oh,
See,
Hold
these
it up.
ones are
Just
color
hold it up.
changing.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
the
with the
color
way the light
changing.
hits it. Yeah.
Really
What do they call it? Like
So cool.
is it chromatic? Monochromatic?
Mm-hmm.
It might
Monochromatic.
not.
Insane.
It's hard. It's like even
I don't know
pictures
how it'll look on
don't
there.
do it
It's
justice.
Not focusing on it either, but these are fantastic. And when you look
Yeah,
at
they're
them,
really
they
cool
change from, you're looking at it head on and they're purple, and then you change it and
It's
it
like
turns to
blue,
this like
green.
blue silver color.
Yeah,
They
I
are
took
gorgeous.
pictures of
Wicked.
it with my phone camera, which is pretty good,
can't-
and the
yeah.
DSLR, and still like the
No,
pictures
you
just
have
do
to hold
not
them in your hand.
do it justice.
Chroma shift.
Chroma shift.
Chroma shift.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
because
it's
it's like
almost
purple
is,
in the center. and
are they in the
all blue.
No, that was
Yeah.
Cat just being
And then like from
amazing.
a sideways,
being
it's like
amazing
a
as
bee.
Kato?
Yeah,
Cat
and
just
then
being
the green.
cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really sick.
So as we come back
Exudes
to
awesomeness.
the Bums of Greenest sitting in Narrow Creek Manor at the dinner table, chatting about devils and chains.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Excuse me, can we have some Motsy sticks for the table, please?
You hear
Extra
Fari like
laws.
loudly complaining
Extra.
in the kitchen, but she's doing it. She's
My
just
girl.
doing it loudly.
Thank you.
Do you know?
Of course.
Will make
I-
you feel at home.
Eric, I remembered some stuff about Neverwinter.
Neverwinter!
Oh, wow.
The way you said
Neverwinter.
So,
What about Neverwinter
If-
did you remember, Evan?
remember when we were at the Red Wizard's Tower on Skyreach Castle? Me too. Rough time.
Yeah, you darted off all on your own, leaving the rest of us to
No,
fight some.
forget that part.
Oh,
This is the
the
part.
other part where
So there were all these paintings up there, and some were like, "Wow, you're beautiful painting, city, winter, beautiful."
I
And
remember
then other
those.
ones were like, "Destroyed, city was destroyed, and tentacles coming out of the ground, and everything was all fucked up."
I think me and Erdnot saw a couple of those.
Yeah,
I remember those.
and
Caught my eye.
yeah, you remember. Yeah. And they had two different, well, they were all painted by some Bond character names. But
We all fought it.
the signature was a little different on some. Like on some of them it was like Bond. And then on other ones it was like I Bond. Like just looked different. Like cursive and then not cursive.
I know my letters, but what is cursive?
Squirrelier. Swirlier.
Squirrel. Is that a word?
Squirrelier.
Squirrels. I don't like squirrels.
Aye,
So
he collects their testicles.
Paws, not testicles.
and I remembered after I looked at that crap. I did some research on it because I was like, "Oh, Neverwinter." I remember that Jewel of the North. And then, so 100 years ago, there was a spell plague, and everybody like diseases ran amok.
I remember that.
You do, Erdy.
I wasn't there. I remember hearing the stories.
It was across all of Faerun, so it ravaged Neverwinter, but the spell plague was like a big.
I remember that.
There's even
You
stories
would
of it from where I'm from,
You would remember.
thousands of miles away.
Yeah.
We heard of it.
And then 30 years ago, Mount
Hotanat? I don't know.
Hotanat.
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 Fucking Mountain Hootenanny.
Hey, hoop nanny down on that
The
mountain.
big ass mountain erupted.
And a hoop nanny.
That was 30 years ago.
Change
And
versus
all
squirrel balls
the
and bagel shrimps.
tentacles and everything was all going nuts. And that's when the ruling family was killed
Of Neverwinter?
30 years ago. And then it's been about a year since the mountain stopped being active. Just saying.
That has to do with.
I don't know, I just thought you want to know that. Because we were talking about it before.
What it boils
There's
down to,
Devils and whatnot.
Yeah.
And things that came out
Come
from
out of the ground.
what it boils down to, we are going to this place that has wronged you, and there is a devil at the core here. Then, well, we need to know everything we can about our enemy. We can't go in blind.
I spent some time at the library here. Excuse me, the beer is good.
At the
Beer is
library?
good.
I
They
know,
got good
Dale.
beer at
Well
the
done,
library?
Al's Fernadil, and
I need to go to the library more
and
often.
yours in your little lass there in the kitchens, whatever her name
My
is.
lass.
Hey, little girl.
Fari sticks her head out. She's like, "This is all me. Don't Alice
Well-
and Fern.
well
have
done,
nothing
well
to
done
do
with the beer.
My hard work went into the brewing of this ale that you have enjoyed today.
Well done.
You're welcome. You're welcome, honey.
Well done, Fire.
That's why I spent time at the library today here. Try to do some research on what I could find out. They had nothing on record about how to fight.
What
devils.
is the greatest library on the Sword Coast? Like, what city would have like a far more definitive library?
So the Candlekeep Library is the
Is
one
that where they
is
keep the Candlekeep
most-
mysteries? And they?
It is very mysterious. So the Candlekeep Library. Let me look up exactly where it is, but it is. You can only get into the Candlekeep Library if you have. It's a library fortress, and you can only get in if you bring them a book that they don't have in their library already.
No, perhaps we should make time and head to the Candlekeep Library. I believe we could find our answers there, but we would need to offer them something in return. A book that they don't have in their archives.
Cougar husbandry.
Do we really have to give them?
I mean, I probably don't have it.
I'm sure you could recite it by memory by now.
I mean,
It's a good book.
I could.
I mean, I think they might like
earnest. I
it.
couldn't hold it together.
I feel like it's probably nothing that they have.
It was way too earnest.
I could give them one of my books, I suppose.
Suppose.
You're an author, no?
I mean, it's not published, it's just memoirs, stories. But, I can part with one after I transcribe it.
How long will that take?
We have other pressing matters, but, not too long, given time and aloneness. Children.
Yes, father.
Okay, Dad, I'm sorry.
I thought you were gonna say daddy.
No, he's not my daddy.
Daddy, no! Oh no, what was the voice
It was
sounded like?
Granny. Oh.
Well, no, Peter.
Daddy,
Daddy, yeah, that's right. Daddy. But daddy, why?
Like Veruca Salt, but man.
The more prepared we are to face any possible devils, the better our chances.
I'm sure the council's gonna have some sort of task for us. A lot is now. So maybe we keep our ear to the ground on any kind of knowledge or books, like you said. Anything we can use. Any ideas?
Did the council say anything about going to Neverwinter or anything going on in Neverwinter the last time that?
So Lord Neverember was leading the council while you were there. He is the Lord of. He is a Lord of Waterdeep, but he also is known for being up in Neverwinter. Well, the discussion that you all had at that council meeting was like he is convinced to work. He's trying to convince everybody to take this all seriously. So yeah, he's from there.
What's his name?
Neverember.
Remember?
Never from Neverwinter.
Never remember.
I remember. Lemon berries.
Ever.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Everybody make an intelligence check. Except for Abaddon, who was not there on this thing I'm trying.
7.
That's a 5.
It's an 11.
Alright. Nothing right.
None of y'all know shit.
And we all are stupid.
Actually, you said 12?
12.
Micaiah. Yeah, I would say Micaiah. as you're sitting there thinking, you're like, just a thought crosses your mind of like, oh shit, we were in the Tomb of Diderius, and that ghost, Ilda, was looking for books.
Moaning Myrtle.
And then there was that treasure room that we didn't go to.
You were really digging that into
Yeah,
it.
right? Really digging it in.
Even when we're not playing, she's like, that treasure room you didn't go into.
Well, because you keep harping about your friggin' dwarven armor. Meanwhile, I told you guys about a treasure room.
Yeah, well, we thought they were tricking us.
You're like, this treasure in there, and it says, like, do not
Sometimes
enter.
you gotta take a risk to get a reward.
I wasn't
Well, we
there.
were not willing to take that
weren't
risk.
there.
I think we were like
if
half
I were
dead
there,
at
I
that
would have
point.
made us go in there.
If
Yeah.
you were there, you probably would have
Join
us
the
go there. You
devils.
probably would have made out with the bearded devils.
Probably.
That's what you would have
You've
made.
been curling their beards.
Seriously.
Shit.
So, just saying, you
There was like
remember,
6 of them too.
there
You would
was
have been
that
like,
whole library.
That's awesome.
that, that Ilda... It's just a thought you have in your brain as you're like, oh, we're talking about a place that would want books that aren't available anywhere. You know or not that Candlekeep is located about 120 miles south of Baldur's Gate, which is very
I would
far
imagine
from
that
anywhere.
he's
Very
been
far.
there before.
It is a
or,
very, very hard place to get into.
or okay, well, maybe he's gone there. They rejected him. I don't know, but like,
Yeah.
I feel like in his travels and trying to find things he's been looking for, he would have at least attempted to try to gain entry at some point.
He would not be able to gain entry without giving them it's very strict entry. You can't take anything out of there. You have to provide them something that they don't already have. It has to go through a whole thing. Like, you would know all this. Like, you can go and present it to them, and then like, this is the largest library, so they would go and search and see if they already have it, or if like, they have something comparable that already tells them what you have. It's a whole thing.
like, what's the second largest library?
So yes, you you get your meal.
No, I don't think that we'll have time to trip down. Keep. But again, I think if we keep our ears and eyes open, and maybe if we come across anything.
I think it all depends on what is tasked of us next. Had 10 days between. There's more time like that. I'm with you, lad. Don't want to go in blind though.
Neither do I.
Agreed.
Micaiah, would you have done anything on your end?
Oh.
You've been doing anything during this downtime?
Cry about
You're in
No.
yourself.
Waterdeep?
Yeah.
It's really sad.
No.
In your forest.
You do
area.
know that Lissa is in Waterdeep.
Ooh.
This is where you ran into Lissa on the streets.
So is there any chloroform in any of these shops?
I have.
Actually-
Well, no, I bought that thing for that purpose.
Holy
Actually.
shit! I didn't realize that Lissa was a girl.
Yeah. Well, she would try to locate her.
Okay. How would she go about doing that?
Like this.
Well, the city of Waterdeep is huge.
This is so tasteless.
I know,
And
we
so
just- we
what
just
you
keep
have,
eating these
you
Jesus crackers.
have like 3 days before the Winter Festival begins, and Ramalia is supposed to return. So how many days would she try to look for her? How would she try to find her?
Well, does she remember her saying anything about where she was staying, or
So
just that she was in
Lissa
Waterdeep?
intentionally said nothing. You remember thinking back to your conversation. She didn't invite you over. She didn't give any kind of information about where she lived.
I might have a spell for that.
I do not recall if she told you where she worked. So there's that. But I'd have to go back and listen to
That's
what I
get her
said.
Fired. We'll get her when she's.
Cancel culture.
We'll get her when she's walking out to her car.
Get free. Ah,
She'll blame it on
I do have prepared locate creature. Describe or name a creature that's familiar to you.
don't like
You
it.
sense the direction to the creature's location as long as that creature is within 1,000 feet of you.
1,000 feet. Okay.
You can locate the specific creature known to you or the nearest creature of a specific kind, so long as you've seen them up close. Obviously, I have. Yeah.
Just
So-
remember to Micaiah that when we find her, keep your cool.
Yeah, I know.
So,
She needs her
1,000
alive.
feet.
Be nice. Absolutely.
Did she say that she needed her in one piece? She just said
She
alive.
said
Alive.
unharmed,
Unharmed.
in
Damn.
perfect condition. Like the claws,
Chloroform her. That's why I
bladder,
bought that.
and heart.
That's why I bought
So
that.
you are in the North Ward. There is the Sea Ward, the Castle Ward, Trades Ward, Dock Ward, and the Southern Ward. And then the Field Ward. The city is huge. This is one of the
Is
largest.
there a
cities.
dungeon in the manor that we're staying at?
Is there a dungeon?
A dungeon, a prison cell, a room that she can be locked into, so if we want to snatch her off the road now, we can throw her in there, go to our meeting, and then come back.
Yeah, right.
Are we making a gimp?
Or not.
I mean,
We gotta put
that's
her-
up to Micaiah, but...
So, are you asking or are you looking?
Well, I didn't know if that was something that was shown to us in the tour.
Is not asking?
No,
or are
Ernest's
you
not
looking?
asking.
Or is he gonna
Ernest's-
look for one?
No, it's not even on his mind. This is me asking.
Oh, you don't.
You know,
No.
actually, Micaiah is gonna cast divination
Okay.
ritually.
Ernest's doing other shit.
So I can ask a specific question concerning a specific goal or event.
As you thump it right next to the mic.
That's why I said sorry about the noise ahead of time.
So my specific goal is to find Lissa. So where can I find Lissa?
More stupid.
Where in
What-
Waterdeep can I find
What
Lissa?
kind of question can you ask?
Go with me.
It says I can ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. You have to offer a truthful reply. It could be a short phrase, it could be cryptic or a rhyme or an omen. It doesn't have to be a direct answer, I guess. Be like in code, I guess.
Let me just look up divination.
That's a t-shirt.
Because it's got to be a simple question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
Will I find Lissa in Waterdeep? Will I find her?
Board?
Why does it have to be a yes or no question?
Nope.
Can I
It's
say
just-
what part of Waterdeep?
It's got to be about a thing that's like
Thing?
going to
So
a
it can't be
goal,
like about my
event.
search.
a goal, event,
That's not-
or activity to occur within 7 days.
My goal is to find her.
So you could. So first of all, what are you offering as a sacrifice for your ritual? It's worth like 25 gold.
Stay
which
away.
the spell consumes. You can go
Yours.
buy something like for 25 gold, but you're gonna have to remove 25 gold worth of something.
Yeah.
That is.
What could I buy
appropriate to
that's
your
25
religion.
gold?
You have to kill something?
No, you can. So appropriate
Ian,
to
what
your
are
religion.
what are this week's lotto numbers? Is that pertaining to Abaddon's return?
No, the divination.
Oh, the divination. Okay. Me and him were talking about chefs and Muppets. I thought that was about Abaddon.
New shirt designs
So
coming.
as you're setting up
coming
this,
soon.
like you're in your Narrow Creek manor room, which has that open to the sky. Kind of, it's a little bit of a balcony almost with all of this greenery and everything. There is a statue to Chantia, which is not necessarily your god, but it is with a fountain. It's just kind of like a peaceful space. It requires incense, which I would say you could have bought for like five gold. and then another something that's worth another 25 gold. Incense is
What could I buy
not easy to
that's
Used to
worth
buy it at
25?
flea
Like,
market.
$1 at the
what
flea
would you
market.
think that she would?
like something earthly. Or something representing nature, like a golden pendant of some kind, of like a tree of life or something.
Is it a Are you saying a focus or something that you
No, like
It
a
just has to be like a
sacrifice.
sacrifice, like an offering.
I think
Sacrifice the wrong thing, yeah.
you could find a in one of the many places in Waterdeep a carved gem worth 25 gold, maybe an agate or something that is in the shape of a tree of life.
Perfect.
Can I go with you?
Yeah. It's pretty.
Abaddon's there
Yeah.
with her when she's shopping or doing the ritual.
When she's shopping.
So you sit quietly, perform your divination. Specific goal, event, or activity. I would say you could ask
I mean, my goal is to
whether-
locate her.
like whether or not Lissa will attend the winter festival. Would be
Will
something.
Lissa attend the winter festival?
By the way, the whole divination thing is fucking awesome.
Right?
Not to interrupt, but that's really cool. That's super handy.
So as you sit there waiting, kind of quietly in your in that open space, you feel it's not Chantia that responds to you. You're not really sure actually even who it is, but you get this just kind of your eyes closed, this warm sensation in your body that is a positive vibe.
That's a
Yes.
feeling. Okay. I'll save my locate creature for then.
While you guys were out shopping, Abaddon, was there anything that you wanted to
Purdy things,
do?
obviously.
No, I don't think so.
I love that you have a cosmic, like, magic 8-ball. You know
Right?
what I mean? It's awesome.
The only other thing that Ernat wants to do over these
pretty
4 days was try to convert Fari more to the faith.
Okay.
And he also wants to brew 3. He wants to shop for the ingredients, and then he wants to brew 3 different beers that he wants to get going for over the winter time.
Okay. So we'll say. So for you want 3 different types of beers. So going out into the trades ward, it is simple enough for you to find that. It's gonna cost you 20 gold per, so 60 gold total.
Right.
And actually, no, I'm not gonna say it's because it's like kind of a one-time for the supplies itself, and then you can
Like,
use
essentially,
it.
I'm figuring I'm replenishing my brewer supply kit.
Okay.
However that works.
Yeah, I would say
mechanically.
I'm gonna say 40 gold for that, all that together, because you're gonna be able to reuse some of the stuff. Now you can make a roll using your brewer supplies. So that's going to be a d20 plus your proficiency. It should be a +4, right? +3, +4.
+4.
To see, and you can do that. Yeah, you just see how it gets started.
Ooh. 21?
21.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. So you are starting with the boiling stage here, and with a 21, you feel like you're working with Fari and showing her maybe not letting her touch it, but helping her to
I'm like,
Not letting her touch it?
she's like, and I'm like, 3 hands up, just watch,
It's
just watch.
Praise
God, watch.
now you can make a.
She just wants you to slap her.
Yeah, right. She
no,
just
whoops.
turns a little bit. She's like, I'm touching it with this. I'm touching it with this.
No, she's just using her tail like over your shoulder, where you can't see.
Or I'll say that was the kind of like figuring out what would go well together and putting like mashing it all into the what it needs
Well,
to be.
I'm thinking of he would do a stout, a porter, and then a winter style lager.
Okay. So we'll say that one was for the stout. You can roll another one.
20.
All right. That was the porter.
Making beers.
All right.
Put some heat on it.
19.
Shoot.
19. All right.
You put some
Okay.
serious rolls heat on it.
You,
good
with the
beer.
help of Fari, start getting these three brews together over the course of that 3 days, and feeling pretty good about it. It's gonna be a good batch.
Going to the bars.
And how am I doing on converting her to the faith of Hanseath? Yes, Hanseath.
Roll a persuasion check.
Who's this lady? Have I met this lady?
She's the cook in your little home there.
He's trying to make him.
How are you?
God.
So you're doing this while you're brewing. Are you doing anything else?
I'm speaking of his glories.
Okay. You can make a persuasion check. Are you doing anything
Holy.
else?
I'm not holding her hand or flirting with her, no.
Okay. All right.
You're not? Have you
Yeah.
been? Has he been?
Hold on, because
Tell
if
the
you
story.
did, you'd be able to do it with advantage.
No.
You know that.
No, he is not.
What was this?
Boring.
Persuasion?
I know,
Your
right?
Persuasion.
I'm going to the bar.
11.
All right.
Go on the bus.
Erdnot is focused on his holy mission. He is an asexual man. He is abstinent.
For now.
My next character. my next character is gonna be horny as fuck. You just wait.
Pick a devil.
She's responsive in that she's listening, and she seems to be taking really good notes on how to brew and
How to brew.
how
There have
to-
been other people that were far easier to convert to the faith than this chick.
as far as you know, and you also only had a couple conversations with them.
And this one is real horny for the old man.
So is the other one in the other city, but I've known her longer.
Bagurna, yeah, but
Bagurna.
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 So
Before,
anything? Oh,
yeah,
just
sorry.
sounds
Before we did left or
Oh,
anything like that,
horny as fuck.
I would go through
Smash
the
it in
smithing
your
area.
logs.
He hasn't really had a huge chance. He's reminisced and looked at it, but he would rearrange things to his liking. Tongues where they gotta be. Everything. You know what I mean? All
Yeah.
the materials.
Wait, not to cut him off. Fari is would be as old as Erdnot's
younger than-
grandchild.
She's younger than his daughter, yes.
Yeah,
She's
he ain't a cradle robber.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that she's got daddy issues. That's all.
So
Yeah.
You said she was clamless.
She don't know her daddy.
I'm just saying.
I mean, she might.
You also during this time would have Abaddon, while you were there, you would have met the newest guard on guard duty. They're named Gar, and they are a turtle, so a humanoid turtle person.
That's
Big,
adorable.
green, dark green shell, lighter green skin, and you can hear them coming from a mile away. Like they are,
does he go
they're just
slow?
like trinkets that all cling together. They appear to have some kind of connection to nature and water.
Oh,
But-
can I talk to Gar about where to swim?
Where to swim?
Yeah,
Oh,
She wants
right,
to
you
swim.
want to swim. Well,
and trinkets.
so you are in Waterdeep, and Waterdeep is on the coast. So there is the dock ward. I guess it depends on how much money you've got.
Gar won't just chat.
No, just You could either just go jump in the ocean for free,
or
It's like jumping at the boss.
or you're probably gonna have to ask around some of these rich folk, see if anybody's got a heated
Swimming pool.
pool.
Makai's got a fountain you could play in.
I mean, definitely in the North Ward where you're at, where we're at here, or
It's winter. I'm assuming any pools would be magically heated.
the Castle Ward, or even the Sea Ward.
pretty good fire.
You just cast fireball into the pool. Hot tub.
No more pool.
Okay, never mind, Gar. I'll just save this for when I need it.
You have what is it?
A ring.
The ring of swimming.
Chainmail.
I would say if you ask some of your neighbors, maybe they'd be more willing to let you know if they've got a pool.
Our neighbors, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, this is just coming from me, and I'm not really anybody. So,
Turtle.
Well, Gar, I really
but
like
I'd
your
be happy
trinkets.
to take you for a swim in the ocean.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Do you get cold, Gar?
I don't. No, I'm turtle, pretty hardy in terms of going out into that ocean water and taking a dip.
I might take you up on that, Gar.
All right, well, my next shift change is sometime tomorrow.
Okay. When does the Winterfest start?
Couple days.
All right.
Getting finding Nemo vibes.
42 wallaby waves.
Way to go, clown dude.
Okay. What time are you off again?
My shift ends tomorrow, like tomorrow morning. I'll be switching off with Rolly. I should probably get some sleep. Then I'm not on again for another day.
Okay.
Is this the voice you used last time for the turtle? I don't
don't
think
know.
so.
I have no idea.
The way she said that was so perfectly dismissive. Fucking no.
Can't you
I think
tell
actually-
the DM is
I
a
think-
turtle right now?
I'm pretty sure that the turtle spoke like this and was very soft spoken and quiet.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Getting Major Issa from this turtle right now.
Well,
Got
I
some
only have
sass.
3 voices.
You've got 4. You have the daddy.
Daddy!
You've got 4. Give yourself some credit.
North!
Treasure!
There's also there is the human man, the Furbolg, and Rolly the Goblin Guard, which you have time to. You would see Rolly hanging out. I mean, very professionally. Oftentimes up on the top.
Ar's gonna ignore Rolly for now.
Rolly ignores Ark as well. You see the shift change. Well, God damn it. Hold on. Just trying to
Oh, did we
remember
ever get
all
those
of-
mozzarella sticks?
Oh, yeah. You have as many mozzarella sticks as you want. So Arwell is the Furbolg.
They run around naked.
I'm dead.
That's what they do.
Ben was standing on the top bunk and he's like, I walked by, it's like,
My naked
I
children,
was dead.
5 and 3.
I don't
Oh,
think
you
he
should
even
see-
saw that I saw him. It was so
He would have
funny.
been very embarrassed.
No, he didn't see me. He definitely didn't see me.
He has shame.
It was so funny.
Malcolm has no shame.
no shame yet. He's only 3. But Malcolm likes to do.
Oh yeah, he was
like-
up on the top bunk and he was just swinging that thing around.
Malcolm has
Get
some
it.
pretty solid dance moves.
Oh my
He goes
god.
like,
Malcolm looks like a little
That was
limbo
hilarious.
when he's naked because he's so skinny.
Oh my
It's like
God.
creepy.
That was literally one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
you should just hang out every.
His
every
hair
day.
is all up crazy. And it's just like.
They are
Singing spooky, scary skeletons or something.
Oh my god, they sing that too?
Yeah.
I have a
They
video
all
of them
sings
doing a
that
dance
all the
party.
time.
Ask the Alexa.
Spooky,
to-
scary skeletons
Yeah,
and
they-
shivers down your spine. That
They
freaking
will-
song
oh, yeah.
is so annoying.
Jalen does too. It doesn't go away.
No.
And it gets stuck in my head, and
I've
that's all
never
I
heard of it
sing.
until late, but I know it's a
It's
very
on like
old song.
Nickelodeon or something. I don't know what it's from.
So.
Anyway, sorry. That was too funny though.
So you know your 4 guards are Roly the goblin, Quinn the human, Arwell the
Favorite Roly.
furbolg, and Gar the turtle. Yes, and so you have paid through. I don't remember where you paid, but
We've got
anyway,
like 3 months.
Yeah,
You
originally
think
it was 3 months, so I think we have at least
you've got a couple
like
months left.
2
It's
months.
only been a little bit. So yes, you guys. Yeah. There's nothing else you wanted to do during the downtime. I assume the 2 you guys would be training, and you would be, would be
Doing-
teaching Zan.
Ark will fire up the forge and just try to hammer out some simple blades. Get himself back into
I just want to know, is Erdnot like old school, like Catholic? If I get it wrong, is he whacking Zan on the knuckles like
Wrap him
until he
up.
gets
Oh my
it
gosh,
right?
I bet he does.
No, he understands that you're not a dwarf, so he will not be as harsh. If you were a dwarf,
As
you'd be
harsh.
getting your knuckles cracked, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I want to have read some more of the Cougar Husbandry book in the
Good, you
downtime, and I'm gonna go out every night.
Okay.
That before the Winterfest. So I was just kind of like,
Makai's gonna go with
I'm
me.
going.
Avalon's
If anybody wants to
Makai's
go.
going with you.
Nice.
Where are you going?
I was out in the
Getting
mirror. Yeah, just gonna go out and get drunk.
Makai's going with you.
Or actually,
Sec-
Abaddon hadn't really been drinking up to that point, right?
No, not get drunk. She just likes to party.
Okay.
She just walks
I
the
don't
stre-
drink. I do a little.
She just walks the
No.
streets listening to Andrew WK and playing her headphones.
But it's time to party. You barely fit over the horns.
No, they're buds.
They're earbuds.
They do.
wireless Bluetooth.
Oh no, I was thinking more like instead of like the over the ear, it's like 2 like
Over
like
the horns?
stove
Oh.
covers
Yes.
like over the
Oh.
entire horn.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Okay. So you go out every.
Beats by Serge Ray.
It's funny because I was trying to think.
Every
of the
time
same
Makai
thing. I
goes
was like,
out,
Beats by...
she's gonna
couldn't
just-
think of anything.
Keep the lookout for Lissa.
She's gonna be watching. All right. You're going out at night.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there's plenty to do. There's a lot of different taverns and whatnot to go to. Mostly
Plenty
in the.
places to go or people to do.
Oh.
It's a huge city. Everything you could possibly want, like, is there.
Can't be bringing back no ragamuffins.
You
Back to the manor.
I'm just the wingman.
You
It's
go
all,
to
it's
there,
all about
you-
this
you-
one right here.
Dark
I'm
alleys
just the
and go
wingman.
in their place.
I'm just the wingman for the horns over
Don't
here.
ask me how I become like the dad.
The horny one over here.
So if you.
You get a
It's like a double-
Uber,
I'm coming
you do
back
it in
to
the
you,
back
darling, don't
seat
you
of the
worry.
carriage.
Don't you worry. I'll just come back
backseat
home
of the
to your
carriage.
bed. Now that Issa's gone.
So you find. Wait, are you sleeping in Arik's bed while Issa's gone? Is Arik is
What?
sleeping
Oh,
in Arik's
No.
All right, well, we have to establish what's going on here because I need to know.
Yeah.
Kai's
Who's
trying.
sleeping where?
Ira can't.
You gonna deny him? You gonna deny her?
See, this is when we need the TV set up so we can have the picture of the manor so we can all see. 'Cause
Yeah.
I remember we all picked rooms, but I don't remember what the
No,
hell.
so Makaya's room is on the second floor. Arik's is on the first floor and outside. Like,
I was
you
gonna
have to
say
go out.
I'll say that.
I come
Micaiah
home
mostly-
intoxicated.
Oh, there you go.
Granted, you probably come to the courtyard all like, all right,
Yeah.
take me to
The
bed or lose me
stumbling.
forever.
Stumbling outside. This one's all getting some. I come back and I'm like, where's mine?
It's all
Alright.
all fucking slouch. All right.
Where are you?
So
Where that boy at?
you spend.
He's under the blankets. He's like,
It's like, do not tell my betrothed what is going on.
Don't tell my promise.
she kicks in his door. He's not there, and like she stomps around, and then like you see like his head pop up, and Zan's like, "It's safe now."
He's inside of the cold forge. He's got, instead of war paint, he's just got soot. You just see his eyes, just like, did she leave?
Hey, I'll turn into a direwolf real quick and smell your scent.
Stomping around the castle.
Right.
You
Real
quick. And you
A drunk Makai would do that too.
Oh my god. There is no running.
So you guys
Locate creature.
you cannot hide from a druid.
I am a man.
You can't hide. I will find you.
I was gonna have to lock his door.
I'm about to sleep anyway. I was wasting 4th level spell. It's fine.
So you guys spend your evening at a place called the Beer Golem in the Southern Ward.
My face.
And yeah, like you come home one evening drunk, yelling for Arik, and Roly is on, and little Roly, little goblin, comes up and is like, "Can I help you to your room? Can I get you there to your
No,
room?"
I'm trying to find
I
Arik.
think it would be great if you just follow
He
me to
doesn't
your
even
room.
like you, so just tell me where he is.
I don't know where. I mean, it doesn't like me, so he doesn't tell me
Locate
where he is.
creature.
I think it would be good if you
She's
just
not
hang-
Locate creature.
She's not casting it. She's just yelling
it.
yelling.
Locate creature.
She's forgetting the material and the
Roll
semantic
a
and all
D100.
the...
Fucking
Yes.
the neighbors are like, shut her up.
A 20.
No, a D100.
Yeah, it's
that
two of
wasn't
them.
100.
And then
Right.
roll the d10.
Oh, a D10, yeah.
So it's 20 and
21.
3.
Oh.
Yeah, it does not work. You like are yelling it, and you're not actually casting the spell. You're too drunk. And Roly
Locate creature.
grabs your hand and is like, "Come on, Micaiah, here. I'll bring you up to your room.
I don't
Let's go."
want you.
I know nobody wants me, but this is what you got. So
That even made
come on
Arik
up.
feel bad.
Come on up. We'll go to your room.
Arik.
Roly brings you up to your room, tucks you in.
I was gonna say she would have passed out like right as soon as she got into like his door, anyways.
As soon as you put me in the door, I just fall on the bed face first.
Make a perception check, Arik.
Well,
First of all, where is he?
It's night. It's like early morning. Like
Yeah,
2
he's
o'clock
in
in the
a-
morning.
he's
or
in a
something,
room.
so I'm
I
assuming
thought it was like at the same time.
Thankfully, I have pretty low perception. I have a +0, so. Yeah, 2.
You sleep through the whole
I
time.
was sleeping sound as a
nothing.
baby.
Zan is on the first floor. Is Zan here?
I'm gonna say, what's your passive? Your passive is
17.
That's a yes.
Oh, he
Oh,
hears.
Why did you even ask? Just say, yep.
Yeah,
Zan-
Probably just laughing.
Zan does that, like, pokes his head down the hall.
My
Are you on the
passive
second
is...
floor or first floor?
First floor.
My passive
Zan
is
has the
10.
bottom right corner room.
Oh, yeah.
Zan didn't pick a room and was just given the biggest room. I don't know how this happened.
Okay.
Because we all like you the most. That's
Zan,
fine.
no, everyone was like, I call this room, I call this room, I call this
Well,
room.
because
I don't
has
even
room
know
for
what
your
room I
monk
called.
flips, that's
I think
why.
it was on the first floor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
it's
you
the
go.
first floor on the very bottom
Yours has
right.
all weapons and armor. Mine had the forge.
You're on the first floor.
You've
Yeah,
got a bunch of
he's
books.
right next to the kitchen.
Oh, I have a bunch of books in my
Oh,
room.
yeah, you're next to
Yeah,
the
you
guys
have the
have-
library.
You're like a
You
sorcerer
have
tower.
towers. You've got a 2-floor
Yeah.
room. I'll
You
show
have
you
like
guys
that
the layout of
that
the...
secondary
I'm actually
like
gonna build it in,
book
Dungeon-
shelf with like the
Dungeon
double staircase that
Whoa,
came down into the
I'm
room.
gonna spend some time in my room, by the way, in the daytime.
the daytime.
After she sleeps that hangover off.
Um,
Not at night.
Zan, actually, with your... I just rolled a thing.
Just roll it.
You notice on the last night that you are there, before the winter festival is about to start up. This one evening, when Micaiah is coming home early in the mornings, yelling about, and this isn't even the first night that it happens. This is just one of the.
Oh my god, this
One of
happens
the
every
nights.
night. Oh my
It's
god.
one of several nights.
Roly actually for the next few nights puts themselves as the person that is overnight so that they can help Micaiah get to bed.
Wait, is real life mimicking fantasy or the other way around?
I'm not sure.
I'm just pulling up the Narrow Creek. I can remember what it looks
Now
like.
I just imagine you just pulling up hammered. Just be like, Arik in the middle of my yacht.
Because I'm pretty
Well,
sure
yeah,
she would
no,
have to
in the
go by
game's on
Arik's
Leo.
room to go up the stairs because her room is like just above Arik's, I think. I mean, just above Zan's.
Yeah, I believe so. I'm pulling it up right now.
You owe me a sword.
Yeah. Yes. So Zan, yeah, you had
What's
the biggest
that
drum.
sword do?
It's cursed. And,
What that
hey,
sword do?
It does have a +2 to damage.
I've been asking
Alright.
you. Show me.
+2 to hit.
Actually, she doesn't have to go that way, but you would hear her coming home. For sure. So, like, opening up the door to your room one night as you hear Rolly just like, oh, come on, let's go.
Come, Lady Micaiah, come.
It's probably like the fourth night in a row. She's
You
What?
notice...
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Do I have to roll perception for each night so I
No.
know this is going on?
No.
So I have no clue each night that this is
It's 2
happening.
o'clock in the morning. I mean, yeah, he's sleeping.
Rolly's
like a baby.
doing
Yeah,
his job.
Yeah, Rolly's keeping her safe. You notice one night as you open up, as you're actually going to close your door, and you see Fari exit from the dining room, and you kind of like close the door a little bit as you're watching, because she's got this look about her that is kind of, you know, like somebody who's trying to be quiet. And there is a door between the door that leads to Arik's room, Arik's space outside, and yours.
Like an animal.
That has been closed. And no one has asked about it. It was not brought up during your tour. It's just a closed door. That's in the hall. And you see Fari come over, and she kind of like looks both ways, unlocks the door, and she's got something in her arms. And then she closes the door behind her. You can hear it lock. And you hear
I knew it.
some steps go away. And actually, like, coming where your bed is in this layout of this house would be against the wall of wherever those steps lead.
And I wouldn't hear any of that through the... Since it's on
No,
the other
you're
side.
kind of outside. Like, your room is on the outside.
You have to go outside to get to it.
Yeah.
It's like the pool house.
So,
I'm independent.
Zan will make note of that. What day was that? The night before the Winterfest?
this is the last night, so the 9th of the Claw of Winter.
In the morning, he is going to ask our I don't know what's his title. Is it steward or
Like butler. Yeah.
butler?
Yeah.
He will just in casual conversation ask about the locked door in the hallway.
I mean, Zan saw it? I thought he did.
No.
I'm sleeping.
Oh, no.
He was dead asleep, remember? He
Yeah,
can't
so
even
this
hear
is
me
happening
calling him.
really early in the
Hollering
morning.
at my door.
Screaming! Literally.
So
Cougar husbandry happening in front of it. Okay.
So what are you asking?
Okay.
So you Finer goes up at the front and just kind of writing things down, and you come in and he stands up. Oh, Master Zan, how can I help you?
No master, just Zan is fine. Thank you. Yes, just wondering. Just wondering about the grounds, space. Noticed there's a locked door next to my room.
Oh yes.
Where does that lead?
That leads down into the basement. Or not an area that I have particularly gone into, but it is it was an area that we had lost the key when Master Ulbrinter was killed, unfortunately, and so no one has been down there. But it was an area that no one was really allowed into, unless it was Master Ulbrinter.
Does Zan believe him?
Make an insight check.
That's a 10.
He seems like he's been truthful to you up to this point.
So there's no key to that door, so it just stays locked.
It is, there is a key. I just, am unsure of where it is. I don't know. Unfortunately, it was one of many things that were lost when we lost our former master.
Thank you. If you do happen to come across the key, please, you can leave it in my room.
Of course. I will also let Miss Haventree know as her husband. If I come across it, I will tell.
No need to tell anyone else. Just between you and me.
Make a persuasion check. I'm actually gonna say with disadvantage because there's nothing.
Come on.
Because you're like a temporary.
15.
Okay.
I thought it was good.
He looks very uncomfortable looking at you, but he's of course.
Thank you for your service.
Of course. And then he looks very uncomfortable as he sits down and is like kind of looking at you, wishing you could see on his face.
Zan stays for just a little bit too long because he's a little socially awkward. Just staring at him.
That guy that's left last at the party didn't want to go.
He pretends to write something, but there's like nothing. He's not actually writing.
Host is like, getting tired. Oh, do you have any more dip?
And Zan will walk away.
Poor Zan.
All right.
If there's still time, then Zan won't wait outside of Micaiah's room, but near Micaiah's room, so he knows when she's up.
Okay.
Wants to ask her something.
Well, what time does Micaiah wake up?
Micaiah's always up early.
Really? Even with that hangover?
Even with a hangover. 6 a.m. every day. My clockwork.
Hi,
Up.
Micaiah, you awake?
Sorta.
I have
What can I do you for?
I have a question for you. It might sound a little strange.
Alright. I mean, nothing could be stranger than that I had.
But there seems to be a locked door downstairs. I happen to remember you are proficient with lockpicking tools.
I
Spoke to the man at the front desk and he says that the key is lost. But I thought perhaps you could give it a try. See if you could open the door.
want to give it a go.
When you're ready, I'll be in my room, so when you're ready.
Is it early enough that we could get away with doing that without anybody seeing?
If it's like 6 in the morning, Finderdill is awake, and you would have to either go through Abaddon's room to avoid him. But I mean, he's also the butler. What's he gonna do? It's your house, it's like in front of the house, so
Let's go. I can do it now.
I'm ready if you are.
I'm ready. Splash water on her face. Real quick.
Bloody Mary.
Grab my thieves' tools. Okay.
Alright, so you head down the stairs past, let's see, if you met the game. No, it was Vidania and Abaddon are the only ones upstairs. Vidania's room is as she left it. So you head down the stairs, and then down the hall, kind of like nod and smile at Finderdill. Like, watch as you go down the hall. He has a perfect view of you. As you go down the hall, he can see the door. It's right there. But walk past Arik's door.
I just look at it. You're lost.
You wouldn't even remember.
I don't know. I can hold my liquor pretty good. You might think I was drunk, but I knew what I was doing.
You hear Micaiah talking out loud to herself as you walk into
So yeah,
It's like, you don't know what you missed.
Yep. And Zan's like, what? Nothing.
So we're all in our like respective rooms.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning-ish, so yeah, you're all kind of whatever you would be doing at that time. If you want to be in on it, then you could open the door.
I was gonna say because Arik once he heard like walking down past and
Oh, now you want to wake up.
Arik's just frozen like what? Because he has no clue.
Zan uses his quiver and sends a message to Arik. Don't ask right now.
So you head over to the door.
Eric's gonna get dressed and join them.
Okay. So you're standing outside that door.
Okay, I'm gonna try to pick it.
Is the butler like sitting at the desk like?
Yeah, he's just kind of watching. He's far enough away
like,
that, it's probably a good 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 or 60 feet away. So he's watching as you're doing it, but whatever. So there is it is a lock that is in the door. It's not like a padlock or anything. It's a lock that is in the door. So are you attempting to pick it?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And the door, it's like a metal door.
It is a metal door, yeah. And make out.
Is it the only metal door, or all the doors metal?
It is the only metal door.
So would it be sleight of hand?
It is your proficiency, a d20 plus your proficiency on your thieves' tools. So plus proficiency.
Then we'll turn to Eric. Eric will turn to Zan. What are we doing?
So my proficiency bonus?
Yeah.
Just exploring.
18.
All right. So you kind of crouch down, get your tools out, start shooting in this thing, and you're like, you can see, interestingly, as you're that close and you're looking, like you feel like you're almost catching exactly what you need to every time, and there's a little spark of something inside, like, and then you almost feel like you're starting over again. So you take several more seconds and are going at, like, trying to get to this lock, and then there's a little spark right when you feel like you're, like, right about to catch it. And you are not able to lock.
I can't pick it. I can feel it. It wants to click. Keeps sparking on me, but it's not opening.
He's still looking at us? And Zan
He's kind of looking, but then doesn't seem all that interested. Like, you're all kind of gathered around this door, and he's like,
Maybe the key is magic somehow?
Well, would you mind all following me into my room? And no one else. And Zan closes the door. Sorry, Zan was trying to whisper.
Portuguese whisper next time.
Eric's just super confused.
Last night, I happened to notice that Fari has a key to that room.
I thought he said no one had a key.
Yeah, that's what he told me. That's why I was hoping you could open it, but if you said that there was a spark every time you almost... door must have some kind of enchantment preventing it from being opened. But it's strange. It's the only metal door in the manor. Only one that is locked without a key. But Fari has the key. I saw her taking something down there, but I'm not sure.
Why don't we ask her?
It could be nothing. I don't want to throw accusations about the people who take care of this place. Could just be a misunderstanding that she has the key and no one else knows. But I think we should keep our eyes and ears open and perhaps try and find another way through the door.
Sure.
You think asking her is dangerous?
Don't know, but I would...
I mean, Erdy seems to know her well. Training her.
I do.
Technically, she works for us.
Technically, she works for the manor. I mean, we are staying here, but this is not our home.
True, but
What I was thinking is, Micaiah, I remember when we fought the Chimera, you were able to mold the stone. That door is on the other side of this wall here, where my bed is. Now, perhaps I might be able to open a doorway here.
Try. Don't know if that spell.
it might be a better idea to do it from my room. Is also abutting that. And it might be a better idea to go from my room if it's also against that wall, just in case your feelings of this being off are correct. we don't want an entryway directly into. My room is on the outside. No, the layout.
Room's on the outside.
Never mind. Apologize. Forget that. I had the layout.
I
in
knew
my
what
head.
you were thinking.
Yeah, I had the layout like reversed in my head. You know what I mean? So scratch that. Recon. Go backwards. I'm trying to think like, don't want a way to get into that directly into the house. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I would have to prepare it.
That would
Oh, yeah.
work.
Okay.
Yeah, if you went in the room if you went in through your room, then you're leading outside, not into the house.
Okay, then yeah. All right. So then I was wrong twice. Wow, how many times can you be wrong on the same thing?
Let's try for it.
But do you know what
today's the start of the winter festival?
Yes. Romalia will be arriving at some point.
Micaiah, today we are going to meet with, I'm sorry.
Romalia and
Romalia.
Daventry. Yeah. Remy.
Remy. We're going to be meeting with Remy today. Perhaps we can plan tomorrow or at a later time today.
Alright.
Just wanted you all to know. My
Tomorrow would
suspicions.
work. I would have to prepare
Yeah,
a bit for it.
You never know. Last time they sent us on a mission, on this past mission, we had left almost immediately. Either way, we'll be coming back.
I just don't want us to get too distracted. Again, like I said, I don't believe it's anything malicious, but it's strange that...
It is strange.
I don't like trusting
I will prepare that spell.
liars with, especially people who handle things like our food and whatnot inside the house.
We need to know what's going on in our own house.
But one mystery at a time. Have our meeting and work from there.
Right? So, Fari actually, as she arrives, and prepares your meal. They don't live here, just as a FYI. Like your house hands don't live here, full time. So, Fari comes in, she prepares your meals and everything. You guys have a great breakfast, and probably a few hours later, like 3 hours or so, you're still like hanging out in that dining room, the group of you, when Finerdale leads Romalia into the dining area. Elven woman, she's got this like kind of dark hair with purple in it. She's dressed very beautifully, like noble woman style. You know that she is one of the Harpers, so she can dress in the more utility kind of fashion, where she's going to go out and do a thing, but she appears to be dressed in her noble clothing here. And she comes in with a smile on her face, and she says, "Very good to see you all. It appears that you were successful in obtaining the information that we were looking for. Unfortunate that Varum did not make it.
We submit like a paper report or something?
You did.
Okay.
That would make sense.
Yeah, you gave Finerdale the information to pass along.
Just double checking. Like, what
mhm.
we, how
We
she
didn't give
knows.
her it was just kind of like a basic, we didn't get him kind of, thing. And he passed along the information that you did have. So she kind of sits down with you all and is like, "So, what more can you tell me? I have the very basics, but what else?"
Did we have Talus and her betrayal of...
I don't think you
And the
went into
report?
that much
We didn't
detail.
go
It was kind of like
to that detail.
you didn't have Varum and
Do you know...
We recently met someone that had worked with the cult in the past, and Zan will present the journal. Has some information on perhaps what their plans are, but this person was not in the inner circle or privy to the high-end information. but the mask was taken from someone by the name of Talus. We had briefly met them in the cabin after we left the roadhouse. Talus is, or was, a member of the Zentorum. Zentorum has some information about what is going on, and it would not surprise me if soon they do not try and reach out and make contact with the council or a member.
Yes, they already have. I am sure you'll be seeing them at future meetings. Abaddon, nice to see you returned.
Oh, thank you.
Healthy. I had heard that you were you had left the group, and it was unclear where you had gone and if you would be coming back. So I'm glad to see that you have returned. This group is stronger for it.
Thank you. You like
So.
She didn't bring you any cake. She didn't bring you cake, though. No cake. Imagine that. She's like this in her pocket and just slid out a plate of cake.
I remember you.
You like
the
snacks.
You're a pain in the ass.
So this journal, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I will bring it to the council. Alice is a name I have heard in the past, but under different circumstances. Okay. Could you describe to me what occurred with the White Worm Speaker? What resulted in his death and the circumstances surrounding it?
When he realized that Talus had the mask, he ended his life via suicide tooth or something like that.
And where did you find him in the first place? Where was his... How did you come upon
He
him?
was in a tomb.
The tomb of Didarius.
So,
He's just gonna ask a tomb of whom?
after we followed the leads at... Oh, I'm blanking on the place, the bridge.
Born Skier. Yeah, I remembered that one.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Intelligence roll, nat 20.
Exactly, right?
He had teamed up
One
with
a day.
Yon T, and he had a small group of bearded devils who were in his liege at Odius's request.
Asmodeus.
Yes. He was taken prisoner by the Yon T that have used that tomb as their home. They were more concerned with us leaving than the dwarf any longer. We were able to convince him to talk with us, possibly work with the council. So he told us that the mask had been stolen from him, and in the tomb he was able to see a vision of where the mask was at the time, who took it. He led us there. It was an ambush. Talus turned on the people. Sorry. Talus turned on.
You're doing great.
Talus turned on her people. Slaughtered most of them. And when... Crap, now I'm blanking on his name. The dwarf. Varum. Thank you.
I'm just over your shoulder just saying these things. You're doing great talking to the other Harper. Harper of the tomb.
And Varum saw that...
Romali will be like, who the fuck is that guy?
When Varum saw that the mask was gone, he knew that the cult would not forgive his mistake of losing it. I believe Talus now is one of the worm speakers, the White Mask.
I believe he killed himself because he believes the cult will be successful now. Before he had hope, we convinced him to talk. We had gotten the mask. He seemed like he was going to flip to our side. But all hope was lost when he was betrayed by Talus.
Did you see Talus take the mask? How are you aware of her receiving it?
She's an Torum contact that we've worked with in the past. She was there in the safe house. Everyone else there was dead.
She was gravely wounded.
Talus came to collect it, according to our contact.
Seems coincidental, but I will make note of this. What is your contact's name?
Tater Bush.
Tater Bush.
Isn't that her name?
Tater Brush. Tater Brush.
It's Issa Tater Bush. Right?
Brush!
Tater Brush.
Tater Brush!
It's Tater Bush this whole time.
Tater Bush!
Right.
Potato Bush!
That's what it was.
Oh! Tater Brush!
Potato Bush.
Poor
No!
Issa. That's what they called her in grade school, you asshole. Alright.
Tater Bush!
I thought that's what it was.
That is exactly what a bunch of mean kids would call.
Here's a Tater Brush.
Issa loved Tater Bush.
Issa love.
She loves Tater Bush, but her name is Tater Brush!
Dove Tater Brush.
Issa Dove.
Issa love.
I just go off memory, alright?
Yeah, no fucking.
He's a love Tater Bush!
Oh my god, best porn star name for a halfling ever. Ever.
I thought you were just kidding because you didn't want to give her name. You were like
No, I thought
improvising.
I'm writing
just
this
gonna
gonna
say something else.
stick it to last names.
Oh my god.
Would that be at Seahole, Dragon Parks, or the Loose Goat? Which one?
I think
Oh,
she dances
that's
at the loose goat.
dragon.
Okay.
Let's go.
Issa loved Tater Bush.
He's a love Tater Bush.
I'm writing it
I don't
down.
want to know what Tater Bush is.
Oh
That's
my
the-
god.
That's the name of when she duplicates
It's a bush full of
herself, when she
spuds.
casts
That's
her.
what it
When,
is.
no, when she does that spell.
She
Issa
puts
Full
up
of
her
spuds.
cloak, and that's the other one.
She
Oh my god.
It's been in a dark, moist area and it's
Oh.
sprouted some spuds. Tater Bush.
Alright, are you giving
It's a
her
Tater
her
Bush.
name? Tater Bush.
Giving
Yeah,
her
she's Tater
the
Bush.
last name.
She's now Tater Bush. None of us are gonna say anything. You're gonna say Tater Bush, and we're all just gonna go, mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Issa is gonna kill you when you sleep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Alright.
She has
So
a plus
Amalia
12
says,
sleight of hand. Do you know?
Well, I'm not even gonna have you roll because you really thought it was Tater Bush. So, and be like, thank you.
Zan will use his quiver to not embarrass or not Tater Brush
But who is he saying that to?
to Remy.
Oh, okay. She's like,
Oh, there you say it to Erdnog, so he's gonna go.
all right. Interesting.
My throat hurts now.
And there was nothing you could have done to prevent him from prevent his death.
We tried.
Short of tearing out all of his teeth.
The poison was too strong for my magic.
We tried
heal
using an antitoxin, but it was a poison unlike anything I've seen.
Yes,
Okay.
we've seen it.
Could not even restore his life.
They call it the Queen's Consumption. It is interesting how it is made. Very, very deadly. Very quick. From what we can gather, some kind of magic that blends the glands from all 5 dragons into a very concentrated poison that destroys one from the inside out. It's quick, but pretty horrific.
Looked extremely painful.
Yeah. I can imagine that.
Perhaps some resources can be drawn to fighting it, either slowing it down or stopping it.
Did we take a sample?
Yes, gave it to them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say that we had one of the poison teeth
Yeah.
before.
Well, we definitely are doing our research. However, such things take time, and unfortunately, I'm not sure how much time we have left. What we have seen is that the cult is gathering people now. We believe bringing them somewhere to aid in the rise of the queen. But there will be more discussed with the council. I'm not going to share too much, as a lot needs to be confirmed. That said, it's unfortunate that they were able to get the White Dragon mask, but also very interesting that the Zentarum appear to have been infiltrated, or someone has gone against them from the inside. Someone very high up. I'd be interested to speak with your Zent companion.
And milady, what of the Black Mask? Have you learned anything from it?
We have. I will leave that to the council to discuss with you what we have learned. Your next task still remains going up north. The council was disappointed that you chose Varum the White. I'm not disappointed, of course. I appreciate your time and your going after him, and wish that it could have come to a different end, but I understand. You did everything that you could. Some will be happy that he is no longer with us, others not so much. We will see. But the next task, should you be willing to take it, is to head to the north. The Drakehorn has not stopped sounding. And the information that you handed us spoke of a Macath the Crimson, the Arcane Brotherhood. It is a very daunting task to head up in that direction, but if we can locate Macath, we may be able to gain the cooperation of the Arcane Brotherhood in this fight. And also learn more about dragons as we go, as Macath was the one researching the Drakehorn and the dragons in general, and learning as much as she could.
My lady, has she been joined the cult? Is that the worry? Has she been abducted?
She disappeared 3 years ago, so we are not sure of any whereabouts. We don't even know if she's still alive. The north, up in the Aspire Peak Mountains, it is a very treacherous place. We had actually had plans to have a ship here waiting to bring you up that way. We have hired someone to bring you towards your destination, but the ship unfortunately was prevented from moving anywhere south of Neverwinter, and so it is waiting for you there.
A boat. The water.
Be okay. Not as bad as it seems.
Always as bad as it seems with the water.
As soon as you can, although there is no rush to leave today or tomorrow, but if you can, we have the Griffin Riders can bring you from here to Neverwinter, and you have them at your disposal. It would be faster, but you are not forced to take that route. would prefer not to. The road is not yet built from the Karnath Roadhouse to Neverwinter, and so that would be more treacherous should you choose to go that way.
We've traveled that way, and it's no joy.
So as soon as you are ready, I can alert the council members. Everyone is still gathering their own forces, dealing with their own issues. The raids have gotten worse, closer to Baldur's Gate and the southern area. I do have some news for you all individually. Did you ask her to find out more about Kathja? Well, then you and I can talk.
The tea!
Oh, who's spilling the tea?
The tea has been spilled.
Alright. So I think this is where we'll stop, where she kind of looks to you, Zan, and she says, if there's nothing else, you and I can go speak.
Everybody gets to sit with the principal.
And that is where we will stop for tonight.
This was so much fun.
Yes.
Welcome back,
Tater
everyone.
bush. Hey, that's a new T-shirt right there. Tater bush.
Oh my god, Issa loves tater bush.
Just a bush full of potatoes on it.
I can't.
Like a bush of spuds.
Thank you all for hanging out with us during
You
this.
need the next T-shirt. It has to be in the graphics of Joni Loves Chachi, but it's just a picture of Issa.
Tater bush. Like, oh my god.
We will be back. Well, tomorrow is Midnight Monday. Then we have Wicked Independent Prestige Incorporated on Tuesday. And then on Thursday, I will be playing over at the Blue Collar DMs channel, and I am playing Zalire, the Dalkin Rogue. And yeah, we are going to be continuing with that adventure, so you can come hang out with us there. Let's see. I think, is Fires of Atheline getting started in a minute, Cheese Cat?
7:30, right? That's when he starts.
Is it?
I thought he
are
a
there
couple weeks
flags?
ago he had moved it to 7:30 so that we would overlap a little, so that
Yeah.
we could raid.
Oh, I don't see them live yet, so, nope. They're not live yet.
Come on, Ian, get on the ball.
Okay. Oh, they have a player down tonight. Okay, so we are going to raid with our people here. How about friends who roll dice? Nope, they're not playing D&D. How about Dead Aussie Gamer? We are going to raid the Dead Aussie Gamer.
Chocolates?
Dead
Oh, you
Aussie
can't have that.
What is that?
That was
And
my
thank
orb,
you so
so I'd
much.
remember
Continue
it.
to enter into our monthly giveaways.
It's a cat toy.
And we're going to do our stars and wishes at the end of this. So,
Oh, we know where those stars are going. Straight across the table.
Wait, what?
We do a new thing at the end. We'll explain.
Yeah.
Let's let Izzy get
bye
through the.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, thank you so much.
Bye, girl.